party invitation looks like any other normal party invitation. When you click on the link, downloads a virus to your phone or computer that allows a criminal to get access to your info. When you are looking at something that's a party invite, right now, look at where it's being sent from. Often, the sending address will not be the real party invite service, and that's your tip to not click on the link. I'm Clark Howard.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. Atlanta police investigating a stabbing on or near the Atlanta Beltline. There is a heavy police presence right now in the area. Tape surrounding a portion of the Beltline near Flagler Avenue. This is not far from Ansley Golf Club. We are working right now to learn more about what happened, including the condition of the victim or if a suspect is in custody, and we are anticipating a police news conference coming up in the next few minutes. Stay with WSB for updates on this developing story. It is 74 degrees in Atlanta, warming up over the next few days. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The Scientology Speed Run comes to Sandy Springs. It is the latest social media trend where groups go on to any Church of Scientology facility,
which is running inside and recording themselves as they do so, with the attempt to see how far they can go in the church and how long they can do this for without being confronted or asked to leave.
Sandy Springs Police Sergeant Giovanni Gomez says they've arrested 20-year-old Jackson Sensing and charged him with disorderly conduct, and they are looking for other suspects. Young people across the country started filming themselves entering these places of worship as a trend starting in April. The CDC in Atlanta has new information in the hantavirus outbreak.
There are currently no hantavirus cases in the U.S., but the CDC's Dr. David Fitter says the nation's top health agency is monitoring 41 people.
Just as a reminder, most people under monitoring are considered high-risk exposures, and CDC recommends that everyone under monitoring stay at home and avoid being around people during their 42-day monitoring period.
However, CDC is not using its federal quarantine authority, but instead working with those individuals and their jurisdictions. CDC saying the risk to the general public remains low. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia Democrats are blasting the decision by Governor Kemp to call a special session to redraw the state's voting maps.
Saying the decision to call lawmakers back to the Capitol is simply an effort to silence black voters. State Senator Nikki Merritt and members of the Legislative Black Caucus are vowing to fight the redistricting push.
Let's be very clear. This is an attack on Metro Atlanta. This is an attack on black political power.
Following the announcement, Governor Kemp said Democrats should wait to see the maps before criticizing them. Whatever maps lawmakers draw will not apply until the 2028 election. At the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Tomorrow is the last day of early voting for the Georgia primary elections. A record number of voters have already cast ballots. Election day is next Tuesday, May 19th. On Election Day, you must vote at the precinct listed on your voter registration. You can use the My Voter page to find polling locations and to view a sample ballot. China's president says the U.S. and China should be partners, not rivals. The comments come at a meeting between President Trump and China's leader. Correspondent Selena Wang reports tensions are high over Taiwan and Iran.
The U.S. readout mentioned that both leaders agree the strait needs to be open, that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. But we didn't get any of that from the Chinese readout. No mention of the strait or even Iran at all by name, which reflects what experts have been telling me, which is that while Beijing wants this war to end, they see it as America's problem to solve. They don't want to get pulled in too deeply.
It is 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center this afternoon, it's Chinwe Maponya-Cook.
Travel advisory on Highway 78 eastbound, Bill. It's knocking out 2 right lanes. You're going to want to stay to the left as you pass Brockett Road. That's exit 3 and heads up 285 southbound. The interloop trying to ramp onto Highway 78 eastbound has got 2 center lanes knocked out with a crash there. So that interloop ride is slow all the way back towards Georgia 400. And speaking of 400, better news on that northbound side. That crash has cleared from the left lane, and so has the construction, but the delays are still thinning out. Meanwhile, your southbound ride still has construction in the left lane, but things looking a lot better on that side. From the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies and breezy today. High 76. The northwest wind gusting 25 miles per hour, pulling in cooler, drier air. Lows tonight will settle to the upper 40s to low 50s. Tomorrow, pleasant with partly cloudy skies and a high of 81, climbing to the mid 80s on Saturday.
75 in College Park and Stockbridge, 71 in Kennesaw. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. Bit of a skeleton crew today. I wonder how we'll do. We are down 2 doctrinaires. Tim Andrews has the afternoon off. Autumn Fisher has the afternoon off. George Clark showed up. And Jared Yamamoto is here.
Look at that. They are not committed, that Autumn and Tim. How dare they not show up today?
I'd like to say that, but I missed 2 days last week. So that's the whole thing, is when you miss a couple of days and you're the host, you really get robbed of one of the most wonderful benefits of being the host, which is being able to yell at other people and chastise them for their behavior. And but because I missed a couple of days last week, I can't do that. I don't have that ability. Actually, they have things to do, and I knew about it. But I forgot about it till I got here because that's the way that I am.
Listen, so, we'll hold it down as best as we can.
We'll hold it down. We're going to do just fine. Hey, can you come in here? We'll all hold hands. We'll do that thing that people do before they go out on stage. Have a prayer together. A little huddle.
Seriously?
A little huddle prayer? Is that a little huddle prayer?
Call it a huddle prayer.
That's what I call it. A huddle prayer. Who did I see do a huddle prayer? I was watching something. This was last year sometime. It was one of these. Is his name? See, there's the director Mendes. Is his name Sam Mendes?
Yes.
But then there's a young kind of superstar singer whose name is
Shawn Mendes, right?
Shawn Mendes.
Yes.
And I'd heard the name. And it kind of popped up on my algorithm, or I don't know if it was one of the streamers that it was on. And I thought, every once in a while I'll see these things and I go, oh yeah, see what is this all about? Because the dude was playing a stadium. And what I found out during the huddle prayer was that this was their first ever stadium show. So it was an important, and he was talking about, hey, we're never going to forget our first, stadium show. And they had a huddle prayer backstage. And I said, okay, whatever, and then get out there. And I found it so blindingly boring, I was gone within 5 minutes.
So the huddle prayer didn't work.
The huddle prayer was the highlight of what I saw with this Shawn Mendes. Where did he come from? Did he win an American Idol or something?
That's a good question.
Was he in a punk band back in the old days?
2000s, I want to say, is when he was big. Let's see.
No. Oh, was I watching something really old? Maybe I was watching this because this guy was young, and I was only watching it like a year ago.
Okay, he's only 27, so okay. I'm getting confused now. He got big in 2013 using Vine. I remember that.
Okay, all right.
And then, he's
using Vine?
Yeah, using Vine, yep.
But you could only put like 8 seconds. What did he sing for 8 seconds on Vine and he got famous?
I guess so.
He must have a great voice.
Yeah, it says here that he did song covers and video sharing on the video sharing platform Vine.
But wasn't it like 16 seconds
like
or something?
Seconds,
yeah, well, I can't remember exactly, but it was less than 20 seconds. I recall that.
Eric, he's Canadian. Okay, he can do a lot.
They can do it. Yeah, they're
talented.
What they can do in 16 seconds. Others takes them 2-3 minutes.
It does make me miss Vine thinking about that. Just anytime I read.
Wasn't it supposed to come back?
It was because Jack Dorsey, the former owner of Twitter, was.
Wait, how he put that? Jack Dorsey, the owner of. Former owner of Twitter, now X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yes, let's get the whole thing out there.
That's right.
He had been in talks of buying it and relaunching it, but I haven't heard anything since then. It was about like 6 months ago that we heard about that.
Well, he probably went into some kind of K-hole or something. Probably did a little too much ketamine.
Seriously.
These techno guys. A guy like that, I mean, he's already so rich, and I think he feels like, I got to start something new. But you know what? You don't. Just go buy an island. I'm sure there's one left that the tech bros haven't bought in Hawaii. Just go buy that island and just sit there, and I don't know.
He has launched the successor. It is called Divine.
Oh, okay. And is it doing very well?
Well, none of us have downloaded it, so
Yeah.
I can't imagine. And it's an AI-free video app in a Vine archive.
Okay, so a Vine archive in the sense of like, I can go back and see the stuff that was made if I was one of those people who, well, I think he's one of these tech guys. They all want to stay ahead. They can't get ahead of Elon, who's like on trips with the president.
That is kind of smart to
China.
Make it so that no AI here.
Yeah, well, I believe I believe that that's going to be a feature soon. No AI. No, this is real people. This was made by real people. That's going to be at least a niche feature very soon, but obviously not very well, because I was just saying, hey, is that still around? And we found out that it is, and nobody's talking about it. So
you talk about the future being a hall of mirrors all the time.
Yes.
What made me think about that was the UFO drop that you weren't here for, but we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I think these videos are AI, but when they do things like this in the future, there's always going to be that question of,
absolutely,
is this AI? And it makes me a
Is
little
it- yeah.
crazy. It makes you can't even know what the truth is.
The only thing to do is really it's gotten to the point, I think, where is you just have to stop caring about the truth. It's just like I'm not saying like you would go out and spread lies or anything, but I just think you're just like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to live my life and keep my fingers crossed that these crazy people who run the world don't get me killed before my natural time comes. And I don't know, it just seemed everything is gaslighting. What came of those UFO things? I don't think much. I don't know. To me, UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them, I don't care. I find it boring. I don't think that there's no aliens. People don't, I really believe, and I don't want to talk down to people, but, it is my job. I don't want to talk down to people, but I just don't. I think that a lot of people seriously have no idea how large the galaxy is, let alone the entire universe. And the concept of things visiting us from other places. I mean, what is the nearest star? That's 4 light years away.
I think so.
So you've got to travel at the same speed that would get you from your seat to the moon in 2 seconds. That fast. That's fast.
8 minutes to the sun?
Yeah. Yeah. It would take you 8 minutes to get from here to the sun, which is 90 million miles away. Traveling at that speed, it would take you 4 years to get to the nearest star in the galaxy. And should I do my whole galaxy thing again? Because I think it's very good. I do it every once in a while. It's people love it. It's an old favorite. It's an old favorite and a way for me to let you know just how gigantic the universe is. So the Milky Way galaxy, where we reside. By the way, we don't know, I feel like people sometimes have to be told this because they have seen like the Milky Way galaxy and then like you are here, like, this is where Earth is. That's what we think. We've never had a camera outside of the Milky Way galaxy that can tell us exactly. So just remember that. It's not like when you're in the mall and you're trying to find, B. Dalton on that map. B. Dalton is there, and it's exactly, this is, this is where we think we are. But here's generally, if you want to know just how large the universe is. So our Milky Way galaxy, if you traveled from one side of it to the other, straight through, at that same speed that would get you to the sun in, I believe it's 9 minutes, actually. Get you to the sun in 9 minutes.
How much would it bet?
I'll bet you 2 astronomical units.
Okay, you're on. Done.
So at that speed that would get you from here, so you go 90 million miles in 9 minutes. At that speed, if you tried to cross the Milky Way galaxy, it would take 100,000 years. It would take 100,000 years going the speed that gets you from where you are right now to the 90 million miles in 9 minutes. 100,000 years. Now, there are, now I'm hearing it's even more. The old acceptable thing was that there was something like 150 billion galaxies. I just read something the other day that says they're starting to think there's more like 2 trillion. However many there are, if you pushed them all together, they would represent 5 to 7% of the entire universe. But they're not pushed together. They're all scattered out there. So 94% of the universe appears to us to be nothing. And those 150 billion to 2 trillion galaxies are all out there. Now, presumably, people think that we would be visited by aliens from our Milky Way galaxy. But if they came from the nearest star in that system, they better be going at the speed of light if they want to get here in 4.5 years.
Seriously.
Chances are they're not. Also, there's the other thing, which is look around. Do you really think, look at the human species. Do you really think that if we developed the technology that got us to the point that we could travel around the galaxy and go places and visit other, is there any chance we could get to that amount of technology without blowing the Earth to 1 billion pieces? Because that's the same technology that makes you better at war. It's the same technology that makes you better at blowing things up. And there's some sort of name for this effect where it's just a society. Now we only know about human beings. Maybe we're just very dumb, and there's some kind of like creatures out there, sentient beings that have an opposable thumb so they can build things, and they're just all peaceful and they don't go to war, and they could actually get that high up without blowing themselves to smithereens. But we know we couldn't. It just doesn't exist. They're not out there. I mean, and on top of that, I believe that there's probably plenty of life in the universe. But we can't look, if there was a civilization somewhere in the middle of the ocean and we never contacted them, they would never know about us. The idea that in the middle of find whatever point is the furthest from any land in an ocean, the idea that those people would evolve to the point that they could actually travel to some kind of land. That's what we are. Yes, there are other people, but we're on an island. And the other people, or whatever they are, they're on an island. And they're thinking, wow, I wonder if there's anything out there. That's what I think is. And they have rumors about people who have visited. But that kind of technology is just, it's not possible. It's simply not possible.
That's why we need to follow the Matthew McConaughey interstellar approach, where if we fly into the black hole, we can get to other other galaxies.
But see, first you have to have the technology to fly into the black hole.
We're close, Eric. We're close.
We are very close. That's.
By the way, I'll split with you on this one. It's 8 minutes and 20 seconds. It's traveling at the speed of light from our seat here.
Yeah. But you got to stop to
pee. Yeah, it's actually you're not going to get there.
Technically, I was closer, but I'm a good man. I will split with you.
Well, I don't know that it has to be split. I think you're more right than I am. I said 9 minutes, so I'm off by more than you are. You're only off by 20 seconds.
Yes.
So I'm going to give it to you. I've always thought it was 9 minutes, but you know what? I like to give people time and things time. I'm not. I don't want to rush light from the sun. Hey, there's when the light that radiates off the sun, the photons that come out of the sun.
Yeah.
Takes I believe, you can check me on this. I believe, because they all have to start in churning in the core, and I think it takes like 250 years. So in our lifespan, like you'll never see the light. The day you were born, you'll never see the light that was created in your lifetime, because it takes 250 years for those photons to get from the core of the sun out to the edge. And
that's wild. Yeah. Look, I've never heard that before.
I believe it's 250 years. George, look it up.
So from the very source.
Am I wrong? I'm feeling like I'm wrong. George is
You're short.
Oh.
10,000 to 170,000 years.
Wow.
For a photon created by the nuclear fusion to travel from the core of the sun to its surface.
So that means that the light that we're getting today is like the beginning of civilizations 10,000 years ago? 10,000 to what? What was it, 10,000?
10,000 to 170,000 years ago.
That's wild.
Yeah, I can't even wrap my head around that. Yeah.
That's like that stat that I found out I don't know, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Still, I talked about it, but it still knocks me out when I found out that when Cleopatra was on the throne, was it the throne? I don't know. Well, when she was the leader of Egypt in that time period, she was closer to the iPhones than she was to the building of the pyramids.
That's wild.
When she was the leader, it was still like an ancient, it's a mystery. How are those things built? But she was closer to the iPhone. Time is funny. This is the kind of show we're going to have today.
I like this.
We're going to talk about all the crazy things in the universe and how nutty the whole damn thing is. Isn't it nutty? David Lynch. I don't know. This is a couple of years ago. When did he die? A few months ago?
Yeah.
I think it's been about a year now. A couple of years ago, he was talking about. If you think, I can't do David Lynch, but you know how he sounds. If you think about it,
I think you're pretty close, actually, though. Wow.
If you think about it,
that's it.
We're on a ball spinning around a large fire. And then we go to baseball games and buy ice cream. It's all kind of weird.
It is weird. He's right. It's very strange.
It's a very strange setup. Sometimes so you have to celebrate it.
My whole thing is anytime you're ever feeling stressed out or you feel like the world is just piling on you, just start thinking about how minute and how small we are in the grand scheme of things. You're like, you know what? My problems are big to me, but really it's not that big.
But, that scares people. They don't like to think about that. I think about that, and it has the reverse effect on me. Because when you say, we're so very small, we're just a speck of sand, barely a speck of sand in that large universe that Eric was boring me with and as his show started. And then I think about it as, but that means Jupiter is a tiny speck of sand too.
Yeah.
It means that there's nothing actually that big in the universe, and we're just as big as anything else. And that makes me feel good inside. Yeah. Jupiter is not, you should come out to the edge of the universe. You can't separate Jupiter from me. We're basically the same smudge.
I like that. I like that approach.
And somehow that makes me feel good.
I'm as big as Jupiter.
No, I'm as small as Jupiter. That's what makes me feel good.
Fair enough.
And Jupiter is no bigger than I am. The whole scale of things.
So your theory that humans would blow themselves up before they reach space?
Yeah.
So
before they interstellar travel.
It's a subsect of the Fermi paradox. It's called the Great Filter.
Really? What exactly is I see the Fermi paradox thing all the time, and I know that ultimately it means that they can never contact us, but I don't know how. I've never really...
It's the idea that the stress and tension between the lack of conclusive evidence of advanced extraterrestrial life and the apparently high likelihood of its existence. So the fact that there is this vast area where we imagine there's things that are alive.
Right.
It's why haven't they visited us?
If they would have visited us by now.
Yeah.
But we've only been here to receive them for a very short period of time.
True.
And also, like the other, they could have already burnt out. It's not like their life had to start when our life did.
But it's like kind of the conundrum. They're out there, but they don't
that's
see any evidence of them.
Right, but that's how I think it probably is. I think that there's probably life out there, and there may be. We're proof of concept, right? We are proof of concept that life can happen, and I think there's probably a bunch of life out there, but we're never going to meet them. It's just an impossible.
What about that black diamond, though, that we saw in the UAP report?
Oh, for goodness sakes.
So what do you think of the UAP report?
I barely looked at it because I don't have a lot of interest.
It doesn't change your day, does it?
It just doesn't. I just feel like it's
changes everything.
This changes everything. Every YouTube video I get now. Yeah. This changes everything. Can everything change everything? I mean, if all of the YouTube videos that tell me that this changes everything, things would be changing. Like we would be completely turning over everything every 72 hours with the latest video that said, this changes everything. And then you click on it and it's like, huh? What? No. What? I didn't see anything.
I think my YouTube is picking up on some of the conversations we're having off air on the show because I'm watching a little bit more at the house. I usually watch YouTube on my phone. I know you're big on watching YouTube on a screen.
It's like might as well be television to me. That's what I watch.
But I'm noticing now that some of the videos that I'm getting, they're first off, they're very obscure, all over the place. Anything from space music to I guess like
some Von Hessler algorithm.
It really is. But some of these people are just so wrong about their theories on things, and I'm blown. I'm like, how does this have thousands of views? You're so wrong.
And then there's the whole AI thing, which gets half of all of its information wrong.
Drives me nuts.
Abraham Lincoln, born in Boston, Massachusetts.
Like, what?
What if? And then the whole. What if I told you? I want to have it answer back like every time. What if I told you? Well, if you told me that, I'd punch you in the face.
Seriously, it's so bad.
I'd beat you to pulp if you told me that. What a stupid way to start. What if I told you? I get a lot of these videos about, rock and roll bands from the 70s or, what if I told you Grand Funk Railroad? What does that mean? Well, if you told me that, I would explode.
I'd lose my mind.
I'd freak out, man. If you told me that, I would tear off every stitch of clothing and run in the middle of the streets. Get on my hands and knees and start praying. If you told me that about Grand Funk Railroad, what if I told you in that voice? Ugh.
It's because of...
They have these history things now, like 10. The entire history of human civilization while you sleep. Okay, that's going to be AI. I'm going to sit for 10 hours. What if I told you that the Earth was once molten lava?
Cleopatra is closer to the iPhone.
What? You shouldn't have told me that. You know what? That was irresponsible. You should not have told me that.
You know what? It's become
Who came up with that? What if I told you? It doesn't make any sense.
You know what it is? It's what you call a lazy hook.
Yeah.
So because all of these TikToks and Reels are trying to get your attention within the first 3 seconds,
right?
They're always looking for a way to get you. And so what if I told you became one of those buzzwords. So then AI jumped on it and they said, okay, all right, we'll make something that acts as that hook and we'll keep on using it over and over. There are several other phrases they use like that, but it's a lazy hook. That's what it is.
Like
in
that.
my opinion, it's a
lazy hook.
It's very lazy.
It's like a lazy hookup. 2:30 in the morning,
Seriously,
closing down the bar. I guess she'll do.
Or send out that text, you up?
Why is Channel 2 Action News Georgia's #1 morning news? Brian Monahan and Storm Tracker 2 HD, a certified meteorologist with the most accurate forecasts and weather in a minute. Channel 2 Action News this morning, starting at 4:30.
I'm Channel 2's Karen Greer. When stories break, they unfold in real time. We have multiple reporters live in your neighborhood, so when it matters most, you know how it affects your family. Channel 2 Action News, every day at 4, 5, and 6.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL every weekend right here. Get more at retireatlradio.com. And Matt, what makes you and the team, what makes you different?
You come to us, you come to the Vincent Financial Group for money management, and yet maybe you're a really conservative investor. Our fee is not going to change whether or not we're shooting for a 20% rate of return or a 5% rate of return. This is one of the better use cases for a no-fee growth annuity, because on those no-fee growth annuity contracts, if you get the right ones and if you're working with the right people, you won't pay an advisory fee on those dollars, and yet you are getting exactly what you want, which is a vehicle that has more safety to it. So for those people in the retirement window looking for a way to take some risk off the table but not have to pay a fee to do it, a no-fee growth annuity can be a phenomenal complement to a portfolio. If you want to have that conversation around, what your mix of assets should be, we'd love to have that conversation with you. You can go to retireatlradio.com. Right there on the homepage, you can book a 30-minute discovery call with us. We can have this conversation. We would love to do it.
Again, that's retireatlradio.com, or make the call. We have a representative standing by right now, 770-280-1488. That's 770-280-1488. That initial consultation to discuss your financial future with Aaron Vincent, Matthew Decker, the team at the Vincent Financial Group. It's no cost, no obligation. 770-280-1488 or retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every weekend right here. And it's all powered by the Vincent Financial Group.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
Dave Baker here. I've been around this industry a long time, and here's what I've learned. The best suppliers don't just fill orders, they help you solve problems. That's why so many pros rely on Randall Brothers. The team at Randall Brothers understands construction, old houses, new builds, decks, all of it. You can bring in a sample or hand them the plans, and they'll help you get it right before it turns into a costly mistake. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries. RandallBrothers.com.
You got this. Come on. Come on, a little bit more.
Emory Orthopedics and Spine Center, using advanced treatments to relieve pain and get you back to living life without limits. Learn more at emoryhealthcare.org/ortho.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Kayachio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story, Atlanta police on the scene after a stabbing this afternoon on the Atlanta Beltline. Let's go live now to an Atlanta police news conference.
Currently, the Atlanta Police Department is investigating a homicide that occurred a short distance away on the Beltline. At 12:10, we were alerted to a person with injuries believed to be sustained from a stabbing that occurred just north of the Montgomery Ferry Drive overpass, which is where we're at right now. Medical assistance was rendered. That individual was rushed to Grady Memorial Hospital, and unfortunately she passed away. And we do not have any information on the identity that we're able to release at this time. There is an active search underway by the Atlanta Police Department using all of our resources to identify and apprehend the individual that carried out this attack. We do believe that in moments prior to the incident here, the same individual attacked with a rock an employee of the United States Postal Service at the post office on Plasters Avenue Northeast. We believe that individual left that location, traveled on a bicycle to the location where we're standing, committed the knife attack, and then left this location traveling southbound on the Beltline. We have distributed to the citizens a lookout of the suspect that we believe committed this crime. It's a black male wearing all black with lettering on the back of his shirt that is orange and white, and we believe he is on an orange bicycle. That bolo has been distributed throughout the city. It's been distributed to our partners. Right now, we actually have officers on foot, bicycles, and cars, and our air unit, drone, and canines that are scouring the area trying to identify this individual. Right now, the Atlanta Police Department needs the assistance of Atlantans. Everyone that is in the city right now, we ask you to take that bolo, look at it, distribute it. Your police department is scouring the city. We have officers on almost every area ready to move in when your 911 call is received. Right now, we believe that the rock attack and the knife attack is the only incidents this individual has carried out at this time. We are approaching the release of school in our city, and so we are coordinating very closely with the Atlanta Public Schools Police Department and the other schools of our city to make sure that they're aware and are coordinating the release accordingly. But right now, our priority is to apprehend this individual. We believe that he picked his victims at random, and we believe that he needs to be apprehended quickly so he can face the justice of the courts here in Fulton County. So thank you for releasing this to your viewers. For those that monitor your social media, if you can get that bolo out right
And
away.
you've been listening live to a police news conference. Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum there talking about the stabbing today on the Atlanta Beltline. He says a woman has been stabbed to death in what he calls a random attack. They are searching for a suspect right now. He was spotted on an orange bicycle. Police are releasing some sketches of that person. We will get them posted to our website as soon as we possibly can. And apparently this same suspect is wanted for a rock attack on a postal worker in this same area. This happened today on the Atlanta Beltline in the area of Flagler Avenue. It is not far from Ansley Golf Club. That is where police are giving this news conference right now. And again, just to recap, police on the scene of a deadly stabbing on the Atlanta Beltline. This happened near Flagler Avenue, not far from Ansley Golf Club, and a woman has been stabbed to death. Police are actively searching for a suspect. That person was last seen seen on an orange bicycle. Stay with 95.5 WSB for updates on this breaking story, a stabbing this afternoon on the Atlanta Beltline. It is now 3:33, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And in the 24-hour traffic center, it's Chinwe Maponya-Cook.
Travel advisory on Highway 78 eastbound. Getting past Brockett Road, you got a couple of right lanes knocked out, so you want to stay to the left as you're passing exit 3. And we just confirmed with traffic trooper Danny Clark that things are slowing and going I-85 northbound as you leave 285 past Jimmy Carter Boulevard. And that could be due to a stall that we have knocking out that second left lane I-85 northbound. Getting past Beaver Ruin Road is putting the slowdowns on your ride all the way back towards the perimeter. From the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies and breezy through the course of this afternoon. High 76. Northwest winds gusting 25 miles per hour. Staying cool and dry for tonight. Lows in the upper 40s to low 50s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, trending a little warmer. High 81. Climbing to the mid-80s on Saturday and into the 90s on Sunday.
73 in Smyrna, 76 in Snellville, 75 in Riverdale. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, listen, it's that Rick Jackson again.
Too often, criminal illegals commit sick, violent crimes. Do that when I'm governor, and you'll end up deported or departed.
Dang. I know, right?
What do you have, Sugar?
I'll take the meatloaf and Rick Jackson for governor.
He's something, ain't he?
Oh, he's tough.
No tolerance for criminal illegals, no woke ideology.
No more do-nothing career politicians.
The man escaped the projects and built one of Georgia's most successful businesses. Plus, he's big-time pro-Trump.
And he wants to cut our property taxes. Like for real.
Shush, y'all. Here comes the good part.
No more free rides for people who refuse to work. You want to sit on your butt, binge watch Netflix, and scarf down Cheetos? Do it with your own money.
Amen to that.
Conservative Rick Jackson for Georgia.
I just love that Cheetos part.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, two trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products, medical mistakes, lives flipped upside down in an instant. But I've also seen something else, the power of fighting back, the power of winning. Over $30 billion recovered and counting. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan Atlanta, 191 Peach Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Thou pound law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
What was that?
What if the microphones came on? I had no idea. It's a good thing I got a button in front of me. I know when it's red. Yeah, that was quite disgusting, but funny.
It was great.
But funny. But we can't let the audience know about that funny stuff because we're governed by the Federal Communications Commission. They're not going to allow that sort of nonsense.
Brendan Carr knows what's best for you.
Yes.
He protects
I think,
you.
You know, that guy, I don't like that guy, but probably what I was laughing about probably should be kept off the public airwaves. You know, you don't have to rebel against everything. Some things should just be in studio. You know, I'm going to be, at some point, you know, somebody's going to have recorded the conversations that we have in the studio, which are just beyond X-rated. I mean, just beyond. And I do it. There's a purpose for it. And I don't know if you notice this, Jared, but when I come in every day, I say some pretty outrageous things off the air. And throughout the whole show, I'll continue to say very outrageous things. And I think that keeps the room alive. That keeps us from calming in, getting old and fat and lazy.
Well,
and
it allows you to get it out of your system too.
No, I do it for a purpose. I'm trying to. I want to shock. You know how hard it is to shock Tim Andrews? I do it at least twice a day, and that's it. It just gets you up in your seat. But it's disgusting. I mean, if anybody heard the things that let's say that like they never heard the show, they would just think that is the most outrageous human being who's ever lived. Why is he talking like that? So if you ever, we really ought to do is we should have you have to be 18 plus. You can pay to sit in the studio the whole time. But usually, except that I won't, usually when there's people in the studio, obviously.
Clean it up.
You clean it up.
Yeah.
You clean it up. But maybe the ribald, the von Hessler doctrine unexpurgated. That was a big word for a while. HBO would use it now we say like director's cut or something. Like unexpurgated was well, they're kind of naughty, but this is unexpurgated. They're going to say the F word.
We could take a page out of Gene Simmons' book.
Oh, and if somebody pays us $20,000, they can come in and be our roadie for a day. Well, my understanding is that no one paid that.
I know.
It
was a success.
It was not a success.
But even if you get just one, like let's say on the tour, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't get one for Atlanta, but
Sure.
if you got just one, I think $20K is pretty good.
Isn't if you're Gene Simmons, he's got millions and millions and millions of dollars. They're selling Kiss lighters and Kiss caskets and Kiss this and that. I mean, do you really? You got to look for something like that. You want to be Gene Simmons' roadie?
I would not. Personally.
I think he would treat you like garbage. I think that would be part of the whole thing. Hey, if you really want the real Gene Simmons experience,
somebody be into that. They would be like, please say these nasty.
Oh yeah.
Come on,
it's almost
like
like he's your dominatrix or something.
Yeah.
Call me a jerk again, Gene, please. All right, I believe we have. Is this person going to yell at me? I'm not in the mood to be yelled at by the audience.
No, not yelling.
I'll tell you today, audience, I am not in the mood to be yelled at by you and told I'm an idiot and such.
He has a question about space travel.
This is for Eric Von Hessler.
Present.
Look, man, just because we don't know how to travel those kinds of distances yet, I mean galactic, doesn't mean there isn't a way to do it. We just haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, okay, you could always say that. Yeah, we haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Right now, we're throwing all of our money, electricity, and water into something. It's going to be something.
We got it.
Yeah. That AI, it's going to be something. It's worth it. Give us all your water, all your electricity, and all of your money, because it's going to be something. So far, the promise is, first, it puts us all out of work, and then it cures cancer. So we all live longer without any money. Great.
Maybe AI will...
Sounds like paradise.
Maybe AI will find the habitable planet that we need, and then we can restart there. That's what AI is going to do.
This whole idea of, this like Elon Musk, we got to get to Mars because, humanity and climate change and whatever. How many of us are going to go to Mars? What, do you go 10 at a time until everybody's off the planet Earth? I got a feeling it's the people with billions. I think Jeff Bezos' wife's going to be there before I am if the planet's dying. And they need her. Because every planet needs a goddess.
I don't know. Will she be able to get her injections on Mars?
She'll take enough with her. She'll take enough with her. I got a Today in History today. Today in History. Are you interested?
I'm very interested.
Because there's a personal side of this to me. There's a Von Hessler piggyback to this Today in History. In 1998, the NBC sitcom Seinfeld aired its finale to an estimated 76 million viewers. And by the way, 75 million of them were let down. It was not all that great. We were not expecting a clip show. We thought these great minds that have created all of this comedy are about to lay an hour and a half of unbelievable, the greatest thing ever, and it was a clip show.
Like a best of kind of
It was a
deal?
best of. Well, they had a narrative around it, which is that they were in a plane, and the plane is about to crash. Well, it doesn't crash, and they end up in some small town somewhere, and they start treating the people in the town the way that they treat people in New York City, and they end up in court on trial. And the witnesses against them are all of these characters from the episodes, like the librarian, the soup Nazi. And as they come up to give their testimony, we go to clips. And it was a real kind of letdown. I believe they addressed it in The Last Curb, actually. I have not seen it. But I thought that the final scene in the jail cell was pretty good, because I think the way that it worked was they started the same conversation that was the first conversation they had in the series.
It was a nice bookend.
About a button on a shirt or something. I think, but it was a letdown. But the Von Hessler piggyback to that is that on that day I was in, what's that? Where's Pepperdine? Where's Pacific Palisades? I was in Pacific Palisades in my agent's office at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, signing the contract to come to Atlanta, Georgia. So I'll never forget that day, and I was racing home because I had DirecTV, and for back then, I think because I was in the media and I couldn't be part of the rating system, I was allowed to get East Coast programming. So I was going to be able to see it like 3 hours before anybody else. And so I was racing home, from Pacific Palisades to Glendale in the late afternoon is not an easy drive.
Give a ballpark from here. Is it like Marietta to...
It's a matter of traffic.
Okay.
It's a matter of traffic. I can't tell you exactly how many miles, but let me tell you, anywhere in L.A. at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'm sure it was a nightmare.
It was, but I did make it in time to be... Huh?
Going at 30 miles per hour through L.A.,
Yeah, well, you get a ticket for speeding, I think.
Yeah, seriously.
So that's my big piggyback on that. It was a beautiful day at the Pacific Palisades. I believe Pepperdine University. I feel like I saw something. I'd only been to I wasn't allowed to go to my agent's office very often. He didn't like me, so I.
That's Malibu. You're right.
Yeah. That's in Malibu and Pacific Palisades aren't the same.
Are they close?
I think they're close. I don't know. There's so many different parts of L.A. You know how I am. We worked on Wilshire Boulevard, in Koreatown, a few blocks up from MacArthur Park, and basically, I would just, I've not always been this way, but it was basically, Wilshire Boulevard, Glendale.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's what I
get
knew.
it.
That's what I knew. Go Los Feliz. I could be. It was kind of cool because Glendale at that time, I don't know what it's like now. At that time, it was kind of like a small town, but 15 minutes away from, Hollywood, West Hollywood, all that kind of stuff. It was kind of cool. You could go back to this like little Ohio town, and this be 15 minutes from Hollywood.
Have you been back since the firing in L.A.? Have you been back?
Twice, I think.
Okay,
but it hasn't now. It's not since. I have not been there since 2009, 2010. But I'm going for a wedding in late July, so I'll let you know how the old place looks.
Yeah, give a full recap.
I enjoyed it out there, but I don't think I want. I don't think I want to live out there now.
A massive disruption to your travel plans kicks off this weekend.
A rebuilding project begins on both sides of I-285.
285 construction begins.
A major traffic headache for you.
And we've got the headache covered.
Crews are expected to shut down the west side parade.
How will it impact you? What are your alternate routes?
Detours are 5 miles apart.
Tune in often throughout the day to the traffic reporters you trust. 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. Selling your home can be overwhelming. That's why who you work with matters. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can help you sell your home hassle-free without the stress of putting your home on the market. Trust them to sell your home fast and for top dollar. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Dave Baker here for my deck experts at Ben Hill Renovations. Still dragging your heels on that new deck? I get it. You want to make sure you find the right builder. You want Ben Hill Renovations. From their superior craftsmanship to their workmanship warranty, they are your one-stop shop when it comes to upgrading your outdoor living space. Visit their showroom or see them on the web at bhrenovations.com and schedule a free design consultation at your home. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Sometimes people deserve what they get. And you know, I'm not a cruel person. If anybody knows me, you guys know me, I'm rooting for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't point to people and go, I don't want that. I'm rooting for everybody.
I think in most cases, yes.
Is there somebody that you're remembering? That, is there somebody I'm rooting against?
No, I just think in the
possible.
I think in the sports.
Bin Laden. I didn't want him to be.
There you go.
There's a guy. I was not rooting for that guy. I remember since the time I was born and thinking about it, I thought, oh, I'm glad they stopped that Hitler. So I guess there are a couple of people maybe I'm not rooting for. But for the most part, I want everybody to. I'm not a cruel person.
Mike Vrabel, you're not really rooting for him
right
now.
I like Mike Vrabel. I've always liked Mike Vrabel. But except, he's got himself into a bit of a jam now, and I'm, that's of his own making.
Yes, it is.
And, whatever happens, happens. But no, I'm not like that. Like, you think because I'm a Bills fan and he became, but I always.
You don't secretly love it?
I like the meritocracy of the NFL. And so when he was the coach of the Titans, I thought he was one of the top 5 coaches in the league. And so when he went to a team that was in my favorite team's division, I was like, oh, darn, I love that guy. And back then I was like, why couldn't we get him? Now I'm like, whew. Glad we didn't get him.
Yes.
We're dealing with all of this right now. But maybe going to the Super Bowl. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? So I'm rooting for everybody. But I do have to say, I think that some people deserve what they get. I just looked up at the, what do you call it? Like the bottom third. CNN, that little.
Yeah, the lower third.
The lower third. And it said, experts warn, quote unquote, be careful when seeking financial advice from AI. Do people have to be told this? Be careful if you're going to ask a machine what you should do with your money.
You'd be amazed. I see.
Hold on, before you go on,
Yeah.
I want to complete this, which is to say, or ask, don't you deserve it? If you thought this is a good idea, I got this extra money, what should I invest it in? I'm gonna save a couple bucks here. I'll just ask that machine over there.
Yeah.
What should I? And then you lose all your money. Am I wrong Some people deserve what they get.
You are absolutely correct.
How dumb do you have to be? People have to tell you, whoa, be careful.
It's amazing to me what people put into AI, and they assume that AI is giving them a correct answer. And then the other thing is, there are a lot of self-help, like financial videos on TikTok and Instagram, and it'll ask you, hey, like in your retirement account, what amount do you have in there? And people will literally put like the exact amount of money that they have in their retirement account, and it's got their name right next to it.
Yeah.
That's so dangerous.
Yeah, of course it is, because that information gets out there.
Yeah, it's right there in a comment.
A fool and his money are soon separated. But why do you have to, like, what is going on in this country that someone would have to be told that? Oh, look, hold on, honey. I know this usually takes weeks, maybe months.
Grok.
What should I do with this $100,000? All right, honey. This the machine says put it in equities or whatever. I don't know what.
Bonds. Yeah. You can do
hey, I put it on the. I mean, why do you have to be told that? Why do you have to be told that? Why do you have to be told not to trust what this thing that you have no idea what's behind it? You know, that would be like if you came in. Let's say I had a financial store, and you came in, and there was a desk, and I was sitting there, and there was a curtain behind me, and I said, well, the world's smartest financial investor is behind that curtain. So, what are you here for today? And just tell that invisible person behind the curtain that you can't see. Listen, he's very smart. And then you just take the advice of the person behind the curtain.
Seriously.
All right. Well, the guy told me he was an expert.
I think people are just looking for an easy out. They're looking for an easy fix, and maybe financial advisors cost too much money. And so
there's that. They probably do cost too much money.
But you shouldn't trust what you're putting. The results that are getting spit back at you from AI. I
guess my question is, why isn't that common sense for most people? Why do you have to be told that? Do you not value money? I think people don't value money anymore. I was thinking about this, even the billionaires, like I think that the wealthy people when I was growing up, they could be mean sometimes, whatever, but they valued every dollar. That's why they were wealthy. You understood that because they valued every dollar. Now we got Mark Zuckerberg blows $85 billion on the metaverse, and investors are just in line like, well, what's your next idea? I got like $85 billion. You blow $85 billion and then just kind of shrug it off. That says to me that you have no respect for money. We have billionaires who don't have respect for money. It's insane.
If you've seen me recently, I've probably stopped to show you pictures of my new closet designed by Artisan Custom Closets. It's Ashley Frasca. From the consultation to the final install, I am still in awe of my newly organized space. Let Artisan help you simplify your life. Schedule your free design consultation with a certified master artisan designer at artisancustomclosets.com. That's artisancustomclosets.com. Reward yourself with affordable luxury.
Coming up from the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. Delta Classical Concerts featuring a piece so grand, someone named it after the gods. Mozart's Jupiter Symphony and his Turkish Fifth Violin Concerto. Guest conductor Jorg Widman presents this mostly Mozart program with violinist Alina Abrajimova and opens the concert with his own composition, Con Brio, May 14th and 15th at Symphony Hall. Tickets at aso.org.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, it is breaking news. Atlanta police launch a manhunt for the suspect responsible for a deadly stabbing on the Beltline. Let's get a live report now from WSB's Veronica Waters. And we'll try to get back with Veronica in just one moment, but there was a deadly stabbing this afternoon on the Atlanta Beltline.
At 12:10, we were alerted to a person with injuries believed to be sustained from a stabbing that occurred just north of the Montgomery Ferry Drive overpass.
Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says a woman was stabbed to death. They believe this was a random attack. The suspect may also be responsible for an attack on a postal employee on Plasters Avenue. They are on the lookout for that suspect.
There's an active search underway by the Atlanta Police Department using all of our resources to identify and apprehend the individuals that carried out this attack.
The suspect was riding on an orange bicycle dressed in black. Stay with 95.5 WSB for updates on this developing story. 75 degrees in Atlanta. Big warm-up coming this weekend. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Sandy Springs police arrest a 20-year-old man in connection with a social media stunt targeting the Church of Scientology.
The viral Scientology speedrunning challenge has escalated into people across the country sometimes dressing up and illegally entering these places of worship. Sergeant Giovanni Gomez says a group ran into a church on Roswell Road.
Unlawfully entering property is a criminal offense, and you can expect to be charged if you choose to participate in these unlawful events or activities.
Spokesman for the Church of Scientology International says in a statement that a staff member was injured during one of these runs. He says these videos are turning them into targets. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
The Atlanta-based CDC says there are currently no hantavirus cases in the U.S.
41 people are currently being monitored after possible exposure to hantavirus, 4 of them here in metro Atlanta. The CDC's Dr. David Fitter says as a precaution, those people should not travel.
You may ask why CDC is not using our federal quarantining authority on people. Our approach is based on risk and evidence. We are working closely with passengers and public health partners to ensure monitoring and rapid access to care if symptoms develop.
He says the risk to the general public is low. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A man is sentenced to 60 years in prison for shooting his pregnant girlfriend in DeKalb County 3 years ago. 27-year-old Donald Wooten was found guilty of criminal attempt to commit murder and criminal attempt to commit feticide. The child, who was born prematurely, survived. Georgia Democrats are vowing to fight the Republican effort to redraw the state's voting maps.
Members of Georgia's Legislative Black Caucus say they are
are alarmed and outraged by the plan to redraw the state's political maps.
This is an attack on the growing coalition of voters reshaping Georgia's future.
State Senator Nikki Merritt believes the effort will silence black voters. Following his announcement of a special session, Governor Kemp said Democrats are rushing to judgment.
I mean, they haven't seen the maps yet.
Because early voting is underway, the new maps won't come into play until the 2028 election. At the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
6 candidates enter the race to replace late Congressman David Scott to represent Georgia's 13th district. Among those running is Scott's daughter, Marcy Scott. The special election is set for July 28th. If a runoff is needed, it'll be August 25th. Early voting will begin on Monday, July 6th. The district includes parts of Rockdale, Clayton, DeKalb, Gwinnett, Henry, and Newton counties. Scott died last month at the age of 80 after decades of public service. Despite plenty of economic uncertainty, Delta Airlines CEO Ed Bastian says they are not seeing a slowdown.
Bastian told Bloomberg today that rising jet fuel costs and the collapse of Spirit Airlines are accelerating a divide in the industry between low-cost airfare buyers and carriers that cater to high-paying premium travelers like his.
Our consumer is a higher-end consumer and is incredibly resilient. We have seen the demand strength right throughout the year. In fact, when the war started, it seemed like it even ticked up another notch. So we're seeing significant growth.
I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
It's now 4:04 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Chenway Maponia Cook.
Got a new crash on the downtown connector. Bill is knocking out that second right lane, I-75-85 southbound, right at North Avenue, exit 249. Sometimes we do see drivers out of their cars, so just be careful. Stay to the far left as we wait on hero units to get out there. Elsewhere, Highway 78 eastbound, got a couple of right lanes knocked out due to a crash there getting past Brockett Road. There's going to be exit 3 delays are already before the perimeter, closer towards North Druid Hills Road, and then the northeast, I-85 northbound, right around Beaver Ruin Road. Crash had a second left lane knocked out, then they moved to the left shoulder. Now a tow truck is on the scene. They're blocking the express lane while they get things cleaned up there. From the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, next report in less than 10 minutes. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies and breezy today. High 76. The northwest wind gusting 25 miles per hour, pulling in cooler, drier air. Lows tonight will settle to the upper 40s to low 50s. Tomorrow, pleasant with partly cloudy skies and a high of 81, climbing to the mid-80s on Saturday.
Right now, 76 in Tucker, 72 in Marietta, 76 in Union City. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hi! Hour 2 of the Von Haessler Doctrine. I already said that. Hour 2 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. We don't usually do this, but this Jared Yamamoto, who is half Bolivian, half Japanese.
Half redneck.
Well, that would be a third.
You got to count the hillbilly in there.
Actually, so I should say you are right. He is a mix Bolivian, Japanese, hillbilly.
I like that.
You put that all together, you have the the producer of my show. But you're pushing on me now. Yet another open mic.
I like this guy. I think
he's not.
He's
not
on
yelling at me.
No, he's
okay.
not yelling.
I'm not taking it from the audience today. I'm not going to have them yelling at the host.
You know how you like your little bins, right? I have the yelling bin of open mics. This is a very nice open mic.
Does this guy sound like this? Is it? But it says, Mr. Haessler, I'm going to heaven and you're going to hell. That kind of call?
No, that's in a different bin. This guy has a suggestion for us.
Hey guys, I love the show. I just wanted to comment the way it started today is sort of like what could become a new segment for you, the fun fact of the day. For example, Disney sells enough popcorn each day to cover the cost of their fireworks each night. You know, a daily fun fact goes great with your galaxy talk and all of that good stuff. I love you guys.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the, hey, you know what? I like it when people give suggestions. That's very nice. Maybe we'll do that.
It was in a good bin.
Fun fact of the day. Fun galaxy fact of the day.
To go along with your galaxy talk.
I love his voice. He's great. Great open micer.
So, yeah, maybe we'll do that. Except I can't, here's my problem, is I get bored really quick. So I'll think, yeah, we're going to do this thing. We're going to do it every day. And then by the fourth day, I'm like, who cares? Who cares how many hot dogs are in the hot dog museum, whatever, because after a while you're looking for fun facts, right? I think it's better that you honestly say, hey, I found this out today and it's blowing my mind. But you can't make that a daily segment because then you go looking for things.
They start to become unfun.
They become unfun, and then they're just facts, and who wants that?
Yeah, some days just don't have any recognition. You think about like your October 16th of the...
Hey, yeah, what happened then?
Yeah, exactly.
My dad wasn't born on that day. It was like October 8th.
Like, dang it, of course I picked the date that he
No, I think it was like October 9th or 8th or something, 7th, I don't know. 6th, maybe. I don't know. But then again, he never knew mine either. So I'm kidding.
You're cool. Everything's good.
It doesn't bother me at all.
You're great.
Things worked out, right? I mean, things worked out, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I did okay. Huh? Somebody loves me.
No trauma?
No, none whatsoever. I'm over it. It's about trauma. Here's a good transition. We're going to go to K-shaped world. That's a segment every once in a while. I'll bring it up. And this does have to do with the team that I've suffered with for 40 years, the Buffalo Bills. And but it's wider than that. I don't want you to think, oh, Eric's going to talk about his football. This is not about football. This is about how we have the worst class of billionaires in the history of terrible billionaires. Honestly. They're just bad billionaires. That's all what can I say? The worst class of billionaires in the history of billionaires we have right now. So as people, even who are casual fans of the NFL, may know, there's a new stadium opening up in Buffalo, New York. They're actually going to do it on Thursday night, the second week. It'll be the Bills versus the Detroit Lions. Now, you know what's going to cost? The average ticket price to get into this game in the new stadium in Buffalo is $663. That's the average.
That's insane. That's so much.
There are tickets that are going for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But the average price, $663. So what did Eric Von Hessler do? What do I tell people?
Ask the second question.
Ask the next question. Ask the next question. So I asked the next question. What is the median income of Buffalo, New York? The median household income in Buffalo, New York is approximately $50,000 a year. With a per capita income, and that means basically more likely, right? Per capita, because that means a few rich people are pulling it up to $50,000. So in reality, if you go to the per capita income, less than $32,000 a year. Now, the billionaires that own that team, they could sell it tomorrow. I would imagine the Bills would probably go between $5 and $6 billion. So they know they have that in their back pocket. But this is how it works. Because you got to remember that these people who live in Buffalo, New York, who are making $32,000 a year per capita, are paying for that stadium through taxation. So it works this way. The billionaires that own the team come to the people of Buffalo and the state of New York and they say, we want a new stadium. And if we don't get a new stadium, we're going to move the team. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to Buffalo, New York, but what you're doing, you're saying is, if you don't pay for a new stadium, we are going to rip out the absolute heart and soul of your city. If you've never been there, it's different than here with the Atlanta Falcons. This is a different kind of city. The Buffalo Bills in Buffalo are what the morale of the city is totally wrapped in. Put it this way. If you're a third string player on the Buffalo Bills from the 1990s, and you're in a room in Buffalo in 2026, you are automatically the most famous person in the room. You're talking about, so the billionaires come in first that own the team and say, build us a new stadium, or we're going to rip the heart and soul of everything that you're about out of this city, and we're going to take it somewhere else. So then they get the money from the taxpayers. Immediately, they knock out 10,000 seats. The old stadium has 10,000 more seats than the new stadium. When you do that, you make every seat that's there worth more money. And then you come to people and tell them, yeah, the average ticket price to get in here is $663. Is evil too strong of a word?
No, it sounds like.
I mean, honestly, can we
to go there? That's we're looking at the average right now, about 6.6 working days of effort in order to pay for one ticket. That's insane.
Yeah. And by the way, that's not going to be a good. I mean, I think that the stadium is in such a way that probably every seat is decent, but amongst that, it ain't going to be the best seat in the house.
It's only at the end of the day, it's only a 3 to 3.5 hour game.
What if? How many people go to football games alone?
Yeah,
take your kids.
Also,
you got a 12-year-old wants to see the first game in the new stadium.
There's only in Buffalo specifically. There's only one, maybe two billionaires that actually have property in Buffalo.
Yeah, and one of them owns the team.
Yeah,
probably.
That's insane.
The Paculas.
Absolutely insane.
And I saw, and this is not. I bring this up as, this whole K-shaped world where they don't care about the average person. You go to Disney Land World, and my understanding is to be like, where are the kids? Where are the kids? I'm sure there's some kids there, but if you went there in 1975, it would be almost all kids. Now it's Disney adults who are willing to take out loans to go to Disney World for the 7th time in the last 2 years. And that's who they cater to. Everything is, CC, just tell me, Chris Crawford was just in here, and he went and saw Savannah Bananas over the weekend. Was that here? Or
it was at Truist Park. They had Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. He said tickets were $30. The place was full. Families were there. Everybody was having a blast, having a great time. That's the way that entertainment is supposed to be. You're supposed to walk out and think, I got more than I paid for. What a novel concept. That was more than worth it. Boy, the kids had fun. At $663 a ticket, you're not bringing your 4 kids and your wife.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, it's just, and a cautionary note here, I think, which is to say, don't follow the Elon Musk and the Zuckerbergs and the Bezos. These are people who do not give. As a matter of fact, they hate you. The only reason they have to, it's obvious they hate you. When's the last time you ran into them on the street? We lost Ted Turner a couple weeks ago. People bumped into Ted Turner on the streets of Atlanta. All kinds of people have stories.
He would often pop into his restaurant to see how you were.
But I would
enjoy your
imagine in
experience.
1976 or 1977, you could just be walking down a street in Atlanta and there'd be Ted Turner. Zuckerberg buys half of Hawaii so that you don't bother him. This is a terrible class of people. They are not good people. Now, there's nothing I can do about that. But it's just to say these are not the people who should be deciding what our future looks like. We should not place that in these hands because they not only don't like us, I mean, they just hate us. The only thing we're good for is there's still a few pennies in our pocket. And that's what offends them, that we have a few pennies that they don't have. What a horrible thing to go to a community like Buffalo, threaten to take what is their heart and soul away from them, force them to build a stadium, and then the average is $663 for somebody who makes less than $32,000 a year. You know what? F you. Honestly, to treat people that way is disgusting. All right, let's say hello to Chinwe Meponya Cook. She says there are delays on the downtown connector. Is that true?
Yes, that is true, even though they are starting to ease somewhat because that crash has officially cleared I-75-85 southbound in the second right lane, had you held up near North Avenue. And even though that's cleared, still got some delays back towards the northwest and northeast Atlanta. Also better news in Norcross, crash I-85 northbound, knocking out that left express lane near Beaver Ruin Road. Just got cleared away, but we're still seeing the lingering delays on the east side. Isabella Rodriguez.
That's right. We're watching trouble due to a crash on Highway 78 eastbound. It's just past Brockett Road where 2 right lanes are blocked, and that's slowing your ride coming out of Clarkston. This report is sponsored by CumminsRecall.com. Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. They come to you quick and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule at CumminsRecall.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
This weekend,
complete closure of a stretch of I-285 on the west side.
285 construction begins.
You have to go I-20 eastbound onto the connector.
What could possibly go wrong?
Says other roads will see more congestion this weekend.
95.5 WSB has it covered for you.
To revitalize about 17 miles of 285.
How will you get around? What are your alternate routes?
You can't get any further than exit 5.
Tune in often throughout the day to the traffic reporters you trust. 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Ever tried to hide stuff and you end up putting it next to some stuff you tried to hide last year? You might be out of room. That's an easy fix. Simply schedule a free design consultation today with a certified master artisan designer at artisancustomclosets.com and get organized.
A journey from alone and abandoned to one of the most successful businessmen in Georgia history. Conservative Rick Jackson.
I spent Christmas Eve alone in a children's home. When I woke up, a Good Samaritan had left me $100.
Rick Jackson knows what it's like to go without. That's why he'll fight the career politicians who talk about cutting income taxes and property taxes, but always fail.
Unlike career politicians, I know how some extra money can change everything. That's why I'll freeze your property taxes and slash the income tax in half.
Conservative businessman Rick Jackson will deliver major property tax relief that failed career politicians never will.
I'll get you a boatload of your money back, or I won't run again. It's as simple as that.
No more waiting and wavering from career politicians. It's time for real tax relief. Rick Jackson for Georgia. Paid for by Rick Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, 2 trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
If your home has musty odors, uneven floors, or high energy bills, the problem is likely right beneath your feet. When your crawl space is compromised, everything feels the impact. That's why homeowners trust American Crawl Space Solutions. From crawl space encapsulation and waterproofing to foundation repair, we give honest recommendations without high-pressure sales tactics. Get a free inspection today at AmericanCrawlSpaceSolutions.com.
American Crawl Space Solutions. Foundations too.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. No showings, no open houses, just a simple, stress-free way to sell your home. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Why is Channel 2 Action News Georgia's #1 morning news? A team who watches out for you. Clark Howard saves you money. Justin Gray watches your back with warnings about ripoffs and scams. Channel 2 Action News this morning, starting at 4:30.
I'm Channel 2's Karen Greer. When stories break, they unfold in real time. We have multiple reporters live in your neighborhood, so when it matters most, you know how it affects your family. Channel 2 Action News, every day at 4, 5, and 6.
When it's time to replace your windows, make sure you have options and get to choose the energy-efficient window that is right for your home, your style, and your budget. Dave Baker here for the only window company I recommend, Nelson Exteriors. With Nelson, you're in charge. Choose from many top-rated window manufacturers like Andersen and MI, all backed by Nelson's worry-free lifetime labor warranty. For your replacement windows, pick the company that's more picky than you. Google Nelson Exteriors.
Spring cleaning is here, and if you're hosting graduation parties or family get-togethers, now's the time to call Zerorez. Hey Atlanta, it's Patrick, owner of Zerorez. Get your carpets clean for just $35 a room. That's over 50% off. Plus, take an extra $50 off air duct cleaning. Just mention WSB. No soap, no residue, no harsh chemicals, just a deeper clean that lasts longer. Appointments are filling fast. Book now at ZerorezAtlanta.com. Zerorez, it's the right way to clean.
I didn't care, Jared. I just said go to. Yeah.
Well, that's what we got to do sometimes. Throw your weight around.
That's right. What's the sense of having weight if you don't throw it around?
Amen. Amen.
That used to be a song. Amen. 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 What was that from? I don't know what that was. Was that from Godspell or something?
Well, okay, so my version is the Hosier one that came out in the 2016, 2017.
Don't know who that is.
You don't know who Hosier is? Wow, Eric. Okay, I'll play it during the break.
What do you mean you don't know who Hosier is? You say that to me.
Hosier was huge.
How many Moby Grape albums have you listened to?
None.
Okay, we're even. This kind of goes on to when you go to back to AI. This idea that Elon Musk talks about is, no one will have to work. Okay, if no one has to work, which I don't believe is going to happen, but let's say he's right. We get to a future AI, everything's in abundance everywhere, no one has to work. All right, that means 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds don't have to plan on a career. They don't have to worry about any sort of exams that are coming up. They don't have to worry about their SATs, trying to get into their college of their choice. What do 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old people do, especially dudes, when they got a lot of time on their hands and they got, because this story, it's going to link this into the Scientology speed run story. You're going to have a lot more of this going on. My mom used to say to me, idle hands are the devil's playground. This is what you're going to have. Imagine that world where 17-year-olds don't have to worry about getting into anything or making themselves better or worrying about anything. What is this? This guy got in trouble for a speed run into the Scientology.
So this trend was popular about 2 months ago, and I
know in L.A. they would just run into these Scientology centers and
basically try to go as far as they can with them. And it's
because they saw it on TikTok.
Yes, exactly.
They saw it on TikTok, and they're so GD stupid that they've convinced themselves that if I do that thing I saw somebody else do, I can call myself a creator, which makes me creative because I did the thing I saw other people do. Are these people just being locked up? That's all you got to do. You got to lock them up. Oh, you did a speed run. Oh, did you know that that's 5 years automatic? I'll stop it. I'll stop it tomorrow. Every time you speed run, immediately 5 years. All right, let's give away some tickets. Let's see, tickets to see Beck. Is that what you want to give away?
Yeah, let's do Beck too. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, 2 tickets to see Beck's Ride Lonesome Tour on Thursday, October 30th at the Coca-Cola Roxy. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Chinwe Maponya Cook says there's a travel advisory in Tucker.
Absolutely. This crash is knocking out a couple of right lanes, Highway 78 eastbound, trying to get past Brockett Road, exit 3. That's going to be a no-go. You're going to be slowing and going as you make your way towards Highway 78, and those delays are back before 285. Where else are we seeing trouble on 285, Isabella Rodriguez?
Down in College Park, the construction continues in the right lane of 285 westbound. That's the inner loop past I-85, and that's causing you some delays. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next reported less than 10 minutes from the TrustSale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Heavy rain, strong winds, and damaging storms recently impacted North Georgia. How did your roof hold up? Heavy rains expose roof leaks and can lead to water damage. Schedule a free roof analysis from Dave Baker, trusted and recommended Findlay Roofing. FindlayRoofing.com.
At Coosa Valley Credit Union, we believe in kinder banking. That means speaking to a real person, a state-of-the-art website and mobile app, and kinder banking means offering our members the most competitive rates in the market. This is Andy Harris. Come see us at Coosa Valley Credit Union.
You could sleep through the night without thinking twice. You could take a seat in the middle of the theater. You could drive without worry of where the next restroom is. You used to say yes, and somewhere along the way, you stopped. Not because of one big moment, because of 100 small ones. A little more urgency, one more trip to the bathroom at 2 a.m., one more mental note about where the restroom is. It happened slowly enough that it just became you. But it's not you. It's enlarged prostate. And there's a treatment called aquablation therapy, the only ultrasound-guided robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Find an aquablation therapist near you. Call Aquablation Atlanta at 404-480-9606, 404-480-9606. That's 404-480-9606. All surgical treatments carry risks and results may vary. Side effects may include urinary symptoms, mild pain, ejaculatory dysfunction, or infection. In rare cases, complications to the urethra and rectum may occur. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more. Visit aquablationatlanta.com.
Summer is almost here, and let's be real, your house looks like it's been hiding under a pile of pollen, doesn't it? Just like mine in that dirty driveway. Ooh, not fooling anybody either. That's why I called Wise Guys Pro Wash. They gave me a quote, showed up the next day, and bam, clean house, sparkling patio, and a deck I actually want to sit on. With more than 2,000 5-star Google reviews, Wise Guys is the only company I trust to get my home summer ready. Mention me, Chris Chandler, and get $70 off your next service. Book now at wiseguysprowash.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, it is breaking news at this hour. An active manhunt for the suspect responsible for a deadly attack on the Atlanta Beltline. It happened this afternoon in broad daylight. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live now with the latest on the search for the suspect.
Yeah, this attack happened late morning. Police responded a little before noon, he says. Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum telling us officers are scouring the city for the black male suspect who randomly stabbed a woman to death on the Beltline at 1764 Flagler Avenue. Chief says the man attacked a postal worker with a rock on Plasters Avenue.
We believe that he picked his victims at random, and we believe that he needs to be apprehended quickly so he can face the justice of the courts here in Fulton County.
The suspect's described as wearing black clothes with a shirt showing orange and whiting on the back. He's believed to have gotten away riding an orange bicycle. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
And you can view photos of the person of interest on our website and the WSB radio app. It is now 76 degrees in Atlanta when we could see some showers possibly in the next few days. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The Scientology Speed Run comes to Sandy Springs. It's the latest social media trend where groups go into a church of Scientology,
which is running inside and recording themselves as they do so with the attempt to see how far they can go in the church and how long they can do this for without being confronted or asked to leave.
Sandy Springs Police Sergeant Giovanni Gomez says they've arrested 20-year-old Jackson Sensing and charged him with disorderly conduct. They are looking for other suspects. Young people across the country started filming themselves entering these places of worship as a trend starting last month. A teenager is arrested after a deadly stabbing at a DeKalb County apartment complex.
Officers respond to reports of a stabbing in the 500 block of Three Oaks Bend. Police say the victim, identified as 38-year-old David Bowman, man died at the scene. Officers locate a suspect nearby and take him into custody. 18-year-old Courtney Estrada faces a murder charge. Police continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding the attack. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
The CDC says they are now monitoring 41 people in the U.S. in connection with the cruise ship hantavirus outbreak.
If anyone develops symptoms, we've worked with their local health departments to ensure rapid access to testing and care.
The CDC's Dr. David Fitter says there are currently no cases in the U.S. and the threat to the general public remains low. News about your health. A new study finds a long-term link between heart attacks and brain health.
The lead researcher is Dr. Mohammed Rida. He says heart attack survivors have 5% higher odds each year of developing cognitive impairment compared to people who have not had a heart attack. He says some people may have suffered silent strokes or suffered from a lack of blood flow to the brain.
People may have been having silent strokes that they didn't know about, that over time could have led to dementia, or it could be just not enough blood flowing to the brain because the heart has been weakened by the heart attack.
He says to help prevent heart attacks, stop smoking, control your blood pressure and cholesterol, and get regular exercise. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Senators say they want to share the financial pain with federal workers in case of another government shutdown.
Senators unanimously approved a resolution to withhold their pay the next time there's a government shutdown until it is over. Republican Senator John Kennedy sponsored the resolution.
Shutting down government should not be our default solution.
Senators make $174,000 a year, but many are independently wealthy. The measure takes effect after the November elections.
Correspondent Allison Keyes reports the resolution does not apply to members of the U.S. House. In a rare bipartisan partnership, reporter Jay O'Brien reports Democrats and Republicans are joining forces on a bill aimed at combating sexual misconduct on Capitol Hill.
It comes amid a reckoning about sexual misconduct in Congress after the recent resignations of Democrat Eric Swalwell, accused of sexual assault and misconduct, which he denied, and Republican Tony Gonzalez, who admitted to an affair with a female staffer.
It is 4:34. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic begins now with Chinwe Maponia Cook.
And we're going to begin with a travel advisory in Tucker, knocking out a couple of right lanes on Highway 78 eastbound past Brockett Road, exit 3. Crash has been out there for a couple of hours now, and now it's starting to slow you down back towards Valley Brook Road, really putting the delays on your ride, making your way towards that Stone Mountain area. Just spotted a new crash in Morrow, Isabella Rodriguez.
That's right. Heads up if you're heading out of Morrow. That ride on 75 southbound is slow due to a crash at Mount Zion Boulevard that's taking out a left lane, and that's slowing you down as you approach Stockbridge. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Clear skies for this evening. Temperatures cooling down to the upper 40s to low 50s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, a warm up to a high of 81. Mix of sun and clouds on Saturday. Morning lows in the low 60s, warming up to the mid 80s through the afternoon.
Right now, 77 in Conyers, 71 in Austell, and 75 in Peachtree City. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Dave Baker here with big news. Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making this month unforgettable. Here's the deal. Coolray will upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system for as low as $60 a month. Look, if your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace it before the Georgia heat arrives. And for 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Coolray to keep their homes comfortable. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Hi, it's Dale from TrustDale.com. I've trusted America's Best Choice for more than a decade for windows, doors, siding, decks, and roofing. Their exclusive 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, protects you if something goes wrong.
Thanks, Dale. At America's Best Choice, we deliver the best exterior solutions that provide long-term value for your home. Schedule your free in-home estimate now at abcwin.com. No pressure, no gimmicks. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
Treated unfairly by the police? George Stein, the DUI lawyer, can help. GeorgeStein.com.
Atlanta's allergy season is nothing to sneeze at. At All Care, we understand that allergies aren't just annoying, they can also affect your quality of life. And sometimes over-the-counter medications are just not enough. We'll help you manage your allergy triggers and develop a customized treatment plan so that spring can be fun again. After hours and weekend appointments are available at All Care's 15 convenient locations, or from the comfort of your couch through our virtual care offering. Learn more at allcare-ga.com/allergy. Out there, a lot of stress. But in here, Give your family stress relief and relaxation in a Bullfrog hot tub from Brown's Pools and Spas. Only Bullfrog offers the Jetpack Therapy system to customize each seat to fit every body in your family. Right now, save up to $2,500 off, plus a free non-slip interior upgrade. Hurry, sale ends May 26th. BrownsPools.com.
Congratulations to Andrew Baker of Villa Rica. Won 2 tickets to see Beck's Ride Lonesome Tour Thursday, October 30th at the Coca-Cola Roxy. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Okay, so I was reading this last night. And while I was reading it, at some point, I just said, what in the hell is this? Like, what? Is this supposed to mean something? So it's from the Food Network. And it's an article, Food Network Online. I saw the headline, and I decided to check it out. Now, first of all, this claims to have a writer behind it, Adriana Chavez. But it reads like just a Coca-Cola press release. Like, I don't see any other person's voice in it. Because it's got all that delusional stuff that can only come from a corporation that's telling you what's cool.
The magical flavors of this Coca-Cola.
No, it's not like that. Look at the headline. I'm telling you, now maybe when I read it today, you know how you do that? Like maybe a good night's sleep and I read it again. I go, oh, okay, I get it. So there's a possibility I'll read this time and go, all right, there's nothing strange here. But in the middle of reading it last night, and I won't tell you where I was, but I was sitting down. And I, in the middle of it, I just said, what is this? That's what I said. What is this? So here we go. Here's the headline. Coca-Cola is teaming up with an iconic American clothing brand. The two brands, this is the sub-headline, the two brands are embracing Americana. Here's the story. Diet Coke is no longer just a drink. It become a way of life.
What?
That's the first line. If you've been online in the past few years, you'll recognize that the soda has become an emblem of the cool girl aesthetic.
Oh.
Everybody knows that, I guess? It's the cool girl aesthetic. Think, colon. I don't even know that the colon is the... Might be that thing that's like a period with a comma underneath it. What is that? The
semicolon?
I don't know. Think, colon. Influencers posting vibey photos with their DC cans. It's for Diet Coke. Because they already told us it was Diet Coke. So DC. That's the cool way. The kids probably just say DC, right?
Vibey.
It's vibey, yeah. Think influencers posting vibey photos with their DC cans. Memes about needing your daily Diet Coke, parenthetically, especially an extra crispy one from McDonald's.
Wait, how did McDonald's get tied into this?
And collaborations between Diet Coke and trendy Gen Z brands like Owala and Tarte Cosmetics.
That is word vomit.
But Coke's latest Americana collection with Lucky brand has Diet Coke stepping aside in favor of the OG version. That's what kids use for, what is it, old gangsta? Is that what's OG?
That's right.
Original gangster.
Original.
So they're cool now. See, we're vibing.
So classic Coke, that's the OG.
That's the OG.
Now we've got Vibey DC.
Vibey DC, but Vibey DC is stepping aside in favor of the OG version.
I see. Okay.
While cool girls drink Diet Coke, apparently, most Americans drink Coca-Cola. Think of going on a good old-fashioned American road trip. Think of going on a good old-fashioned American road trip.
Okay.
Blasting music, windows of your truck rolled down, wind in your face, and an ice-cold bottle of Coke in hand. That's what this collection captivates.
My jeans are going to really put me in a place where I'm on an American road trip.
It's going to captivate it.
Now, is this an extra crispy Coke from
McDonald's?
McDonald's?
It could. Well, maybe on the road trip, perhaps you could stop at a McDonald's and get that.
Not a DC though.
No, because I don't think they have crispy DC.
This is bringing back to the roots, the OG.
Right.
Okay, we're not done. That's what this collection captivates. It comes right on the heels of 2 milestone anniversaries, the founding of the United States 250 years ago, and Route 66 100th anniversary. There's no doubt that Coca-Cola is one of the country's major cultural touchstones. Love this sentence. Ironically, the red and white logo is only missing one color to match the flag. Ironically, is that
so ironic?
Is it irony?
Well,
did Alanis Morissette write this?
Such a part of Americana,
but it's not.
All it lacks is blue.
I know, but that's not. It's not ironic that it lacks that, is it?
I don't think so. Not in that case.
And we are getting awful close to Pepsi if we're adding a blue.
Yeah, that's why.
I want that.
Of course, the brand is American on a literal level. Soda Giant was founded in 1886 in Atlanta and is the country's best-selling soda brand. Soda would be fine. It's the country's best-selling soda. I think that would do fine. But we can also point to the brand's long history with Major League Baseball, its role in shaping American imagery of Santa Claus, and the iconic Hilltop commercial as other reasons why Coca-Cola feels representative of the United States of America. What's in the Coca-Cola Lucky Brand collection? There are 18 items in the collection, including tees, hats, denim, and more, ranging in price from $39.50 to $169. Standout items include, these are the standout items, Coca-Cola denim trucker jacket, $169.
It's rugged.
It's rugged. And you know what it says? It says America. Lucky Legend Low Rise Festival Coca-Cola short. Not shorts. Short. I think they mean shorts. Are the kids calling shorts short now?
When they're in a collection like this, I think
they are a short, like a tee.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes life so much easier to not have to add the word shirt to tee, and to drop the S from shorts. You know, we're busy people.
It might be hang on, it might be a type of jacket though.
It is. Well, yeah, it is. It's a type of jacket that no young person would ever wear. Who wears a denim jacket? Let's say the average 23-year-old wearing a denim jacket, and on the back it says, "Enjoy Coca-Cola." That's the coolest kid at the party.
Even if they give you that at the work event you go to for your Coca-Cola job,
you wear it during the event.
Putting it in the back.
You put it back. That's pretty much it. But I was in the middle of this. I think it's when I got to the part.
That is a sloppy article.
I got to the part where it was the whole thing where out of nowhere, that's what this collection captivates. It comes right on the heels of 2 milestone anniversaries. The founding of the United States of America 250 years ago, and Route 66 100th anniversary.
So you can sit on your fat butt,
yes.
drive across the country, drink Diet Coke
in your cool denim jacket.
And why did Food?
So it's not AI. I just think it's one of these things where at the Food Network, that just reads like a press release, doesn't it? That's not an article.
I don't even understand why Food Network would have an article like that. Though.
Because I think Coca-Cola paid them to put it in there.
I guess so, yeah.
Nothing is real anymore. We must be in Strawberry Fields. Nothing is real. So I want to know if this is the person who wrote this, is that even a real person?
What's their name again?
Yes, find out this is like one of those AI writers.
Let's see.
Look at these young kids representing all genders and racial backgrounds. They all seem to be enjoying all of this stuff very much.
Very vibey.
It's very vibey. Remember, Diet Coke is no longer just a drink. It become a way of life. How do you? We talk about this like the lower standards. Like, how do they not go back and go, hey, yeah, you missed an S?
She had a tight deadline. Okay,
I'll bet she did, or it. The machine had a lot to do that day. Chinwe Maponya Cook says there's a wrong way driver on 75.
And it's turned into a travel advisory now. I-75 southbound's got a couple of left lanes knocked out due to this wrong turn vehicle. Fire department has showed up on the scene. This is trying to get past Mount Zion Boulevard. You're going to run into those issues trying to get past exit 231, and those delays stretch back towards Old Dixie Highway. Also travel advisory, Highway 78 eastbound, knocking out a couple of right lanes. It's putting the pressure on that ride past Brockett Road, trying to get to Stone Mountain. How's I-75 looking downtown? Isabella Rodriguez.
Not too good. Traffic trooper Tina called in to let us know of trouble on 7585 northbound in Midtown at North Avenue. That's causing some major delays back towards I-20. And we're also watching a slow ride into the Midtown area starting at 75 southbound at Northridge Road all the way down to I-20. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
We've all been there.
Bumper to bumper all the way back before.
Counting the minutes before we know we're going to be late because we couldn't count on a traffic app.
Crash knocks out 4 left lanes, including the express lane.
There is one thing you can count on. Triple Team Traffic on WSB.
3 right lanes shut down.
We know the highways. We know the streets. And we know the shortcuts.
Avoid the area by taking Buford Highway as an alternate route.
And all you need to do is listen.
More experience.
More reliable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
You've run your ancient garage door into the ground. It's time to move new garage door to the top of your to-do list. I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Did you know garage doors are the #1 home upgrade for return on investment? Up to 264% ROI. That's real value you can see. And choose from a huge selection of styles, colors, and custom features. When trust matters, trust us. All the #4 seasonsgarages.com.
Belinda here, and I'm with Larry, who took me up on an offer from Virtual Imaging, and he had his life saved not once, but twice.
So we went up for a free body scan, me and my wife, and we also joined the going up there every other year. I had an aneurysm in my liver, had no signs and symptoms of it, didn't feel bad. I just wanted, to have a checkup. That's the first time they saved my life. Me and my wife go up there at the same time after 2 years, and that's when they found the heart blockage. 99% blockage in my aorta. I was a walking heart attack. Well, 2 stents later.
So what would you tell people who are on the fence about going to Virtual Imaging?
Go to Virtual Imaging, then go see a doctor. Go up there, they do brain all the way down to your little toe.
Folks, what are you waiting for? Book an appointment with Virtual Imaging today for a free heart scan with few minimum requirements. Call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or visit virtualimagingatl.com.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Hey, it's your buddy Shelley Winter here, co-host of The Car Guys with my good friend and brother, Kevin Deutsch, from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Whatever you want to know about buying, selling, leasing, or maintaining a vehicle, Kevin has your answers.
That's right, Shelley. For over 40 years, I've sold, leased, fixed, and financed pretty much every make and model. I've seen it all. If you have any car questions, we'll have the answers every Saturday at noon.
It's The Car Guys, Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB, brought to you by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon,
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
We're back, kids. We're trying to figure Is there a lawn at Chastain? There's no lawn at Chastain.
There are tickets for a lawn, so there must be a lawn.
I've never sat in a lawn at Chastain before.
So it's a very thin area.
This is new. This is within the last year.
It's got to be very thin. Like Chastain is built into the. I thought the last row was just like that's okay. That's it. I guess maybe there is a lawn.
You could.
Yeah.
Like 30 people.
Oh, 30 people. So there's $50 tickets. Is that it?
Well, they're $100 now that I'm looking.
Oh, well, everything's going up. Are there still some tickets there? Because I want to turn that into a night. I want to turn that into a night with my friends and family. The Claypool Lennon Delirium. There's still tickets, or are they?
There are tickets if you wanted to enjoy yourself in the best seats in the pit.
Well, it's Eric Von Hassler. Come on, where do you think I'm going to be?
You're looking at $261 each. All right, maybe this website.
So you'll be in the lawn.
No, I'm not going to be in the lawn. But it is Chastain. You don't have to be all that close to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, it's a good venue.
I like to be in the first row in one of those side things. That's where I was for Crowded House. That works very well for me. Except when there's a lady behind you who loves the band so much she has to sing loud, but she can't sing.
That's the best. What a dream.
Hey now! Oh, you're making this even better. I wish the lead singer would just shut up so I could only hear you.
The tickets are a little cheaper. They're expensive on that one website because it's a resale. You can get. There's only 2 seats available though.
Is this thing selling so fast that I can't turn it into a? In the land of Blue Dot Fever, the band I want to see.
I mean, there's a bunch of Blue Dots, but just not in the pit.
Okay. I think it's going to be fantastic. I think what they're doing right now is really, really interesting. I think it's going to be visual. I think it's going to be a big, big show. And so I want to be there. What's the average ticket price? Is it cheaper than trying to get into the first Buffalo Bills game?
$783.
Hey, you know what? My friend Stefan, his microphone is off on purpose, but that whole thing we were talking about with that trying to get in that first game where they're just totally screwing the people of Buffalo, and I talked about how they took out 10,000 seats from the old stadium to the new stadium to up the price of each new seat. Stefan told me that he found out that what they did was they put in a whole bunch of VIP suites and stuff.
Of course.
So it turns out, as an owner, you have to share 40% of the revenue from all the regular seats, but you get to keep 100% of the revenue from the suite seats.
Screw the little people.
These billionaires are the worst. They're the worst. Well, I guess they'll meet their maker one day just like we do, and they'll have to answer for their lives.
Hey, Eric, if you can't beat them, join them.
Well, give me $1 billion.
I'm ready to jump in.
I'll be more than willing. Hey, if you gave me $1 billion tomorrow, I would turn my back on humanity. But from this side, I'm on the side of humanity. Chinwe Maponya Cook says there's a travel advisory on the south side.
And that's due to this crash involving a wrong-way vehicle. This driver is turned to the side, and it's knocking out a couple of left lanes, I-75 southbound, trying to get past Mount Zion Boulevard. You're slowing and going back before Old Dixie Highway. That's what those slowdowns are. It's due to that travel advisory. Tow trucks and fire units on the scene. But we also have a big issue here in Tucker, Isabella Rodriguez.
That's right. We're still watching trouble on Highway 78 eastbound. It's still past Brockett Road, where 2 right lanes remain blocked due to construction, and that's slowing you down out of Tucker. This report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
At Ameris Bank, we know it's never just business when it's your business. So we're here to be your partner.
Whether you're launching a startup, expanding locations, or managing daily finances at your company, you can do it all with a committed financial partner on your side. Our expert business bankers are ready to empower you on your financial journey. We're Ameris Bank, and we're fiercely yours. Find your local business banker at amerisbank.com/businessbankers. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're seeing all the signs. Pollen counts are high. Fewer mornings are chilly. Step by step, we are headed to summer. This is Scott Slade, and the team at Ragsdale Heating and Air wants you to be ready for the hot and humid days we know are ahead. Right now, you could take up to $1,700 off if you carry your home comfort system. And don't forget the spring savings extend far beyond the big season change with Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. That's zero repair cost till 2041. Ragsdale's a name I know you could trust for all your heating, air, plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs, too. How do I know? I've used a lot of those services, and they have a 4.9 Google rating and over 11,000 reviews. I've been a Ragsdale customer for years. I always come away impressed with their friendly, quality service. A lot of these Ragsdale guys have been with the company for 10, 20, even 30 years. So take advantage of this great deal. Schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or give one of their friendly customer service reps a call. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Are you going somewhere this weekend? How about next weekend? Or any weekend between now and 3 years from now?
Going to be major delays across much of metro Atlanta.
285 construction begins, and it means headaches for Atlanta.
The work set to run from Friday evening to early Monday morning.
Tune in throughout the day to the local and trusted reporters to help you navigate around
The work
it.
will get rid of significant bumps and potholes.
95.5 WSB has it covered for you.
285 will reopen 5 o'clock Monday morning.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story, it is breaking news. The search for a killer after a woman is stabbed to death this afternoon in broad daylight on the Atlanta Beltline. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live now with the latest on the search.
Bill, the Beltline's robust security video gave Atlanta police good pictures of the black male accused of stabbing a woman at random near the Montgomery Ferry Drive overpass.
Medical assistance was rendered. That individual was rushed to Grady Memorial Hospital, and unfortunately she passed away.
Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says moments before the slasher attack, the suspect, wearing black pants and a black tee with the orange and white phrase Flavor Friends Flatbread on the back, attacked a postal worker with a rock on Plasters Avenue.
We do have reasons to believe that he could be experiencing a mental health crisis.
Shearbaum says this suspect must face justice in the Fulton County courts. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
And you can view photos of that person of interest on our website and the WSB radio app. Call 911 if you have any information. It is now 75 degrees in Atlanta. Do we see any rain for the rest of the week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Advocates for medical cannabis are cheering a new state law expanding expanding access. Here's a report all new at 5 o'clock.
The new law does away with the existing THC cap for qualifying patients, and Corey Lowe, whose daughter needs the oil to help with her seizures, believes this is a needed change.
Because you can access more options.
The measure also adds lupus to the qualifying conditions and removes end stage from other conditions like cancer.
This will give room for people to try to see if they can find relief.
Lowe says their goal is not to turn Georgia into California or Colorado, but to ensure patients have access to necessary treatments. The new law takes effect on July 1st. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A viral social media challenge targets a church in Sandy Springs. So far, one person is arrested and police are searching for others.
It's called Scientology speed running, where people across the country film themselves running through a local church of Scientology and not stopping until they get caught. Sergeant Giovanni Gomez says the suspect, Jackson Sinsing, and others entered the church on Roswell Road.
It was just trying to attempt to recreate the challenge. I believe it started in California.
And from there, millions of people have watched the videos or made their own. Spokesman for the Church of Scientology International, David Bloomberg, believes this is a form of harassment and disrupts the people inside these religious buildings. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia Democrats are ready to fight any new political maps after Governor Kemp announces a special session for redistricting. They say the push is aimed at limiting black political power. Christopher Bruce with the ACLU of Georgia says many great Georgians led the fight for voting rights.
This generation has the responsibility, the duty, and will rise up to the action to lead in their legacy.
Governor Kemp says Democrats need to wait to see the maps before judging them. The new lines won't apply until the 2028 elections. Tomorrow is the last day of early voting for the Georgia primary elections. A record number of voters have already cast ballots. Election day is next Tuesday, May 19th. On Election Day, you must vote at the precinct listed on your voter registration. You can use the My Voter page to find polling locations and to view a sample ballot. As jet fuel costs skyrocket, Atlanta-based Delta Airlines is doing better than some of its counterparts. Delta CEO Ed Bastian tells Bloomberg it's accelerating a divide in the industry.
Those airlines that don't have the quality of the experience, even though they're a lower price point, they can't afford to offer the lower prices in the environment in which we're in.
Bastian says Delta's customers are still flying because they target a higher-end customer, and he says Delta's own East Coast refinery is helping them save some money on rising fuel costs. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Chinwe Maponia-Cook.
And we've got a wrong-way vehicle knocking out a couple of left lanes. I-75 southbound, getting past Mount Zion Boulevard. It's putting extra pressure on your ride out of Forest Park. That's what's adding to the delay that you're already seeing as you leave the airport. But we do have better news. Highway 78 eastbound, that crash is clear from two right lanes near Brockett Road, so your delays are improving. How's that impacted your ride on the inner loop, Isabella Rodriguez?
The inner loop of 285 is still looking slow, especially as you make your way out from Georgia 400, approaching I-85 in DeKalb County. And for drivers down by the airport, we're still seeing some ongoing construction on 285 westbound the inner loop past I-85, where a right lane is blocked. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here is meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Temperatures will fall to the upper 40s to low 50s for tomorrow morning, then trending warmer for the rest of this weekend. Tomorrow's high is 81 with partly cloudy skies. Saturday morning lows in the low 60s, heating up to a high of 86. Sunny skies on Sunday, morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime high near 90. Monday, partly cloudy with a high of 90 degrees. A few isolated rain showers possible on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Right now, 75 in Fayetteville and in Peachtree Corners at 73 in Powder Springs. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Greg Russ is, yes, there he is. Hold on, I gotta do some contesting.
Congratulations.
No, that's on the other end of it. This is I have to give that keyword, for heaven's sakes.
I'm always early.
Stash is looking fantastic today, by the way.
And thank you. I put some wax in it.
Well, thank you for making an effort before you appeared on our video before 12 or 13 people who were actually tuned in.
I saw curly hair. It can have flyaways, so you gotta wax it down.
I saw a 15 watching earlier, guys.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
Call Guinness Book of World Records.
I was going to ask, is that the record, Jared? What's the most you've ever seen?
I think 17.
17 and a half. It was a little person.
17.5. I find that to be outrageous. All right,
Still
we
a whole
have
person. I'm offended.
Would
Anyway, go ahead.
clear the runway, thank you, because I have this hour's keyword in WSB's.
You sure you want to give it to him?
What, the keyword?
Yeah, you sure want?
I got no problem with it. I can't win the $1,000.
Okay,
I already work here, so somebody else.
You don't
might
even
as well.
need it. I know how much you make. You don't need that
Excuse me.
$1,000.
Okay, we'll deal with this this interrogation. That's
It's not even an interrogation.
No,
I'm just
I-
stating the fact.
overall. That's yeah,
Good
but
for
then
you. I'm
you're
glad.
Not, no,
I'm happy.
I didn't get that. That's not what I got out of it.
That's what I meant.
All
Hey,
right.
get to it.
All
People
right.
are waiting.
Get to what?
The keyword.
Oh, yeah, that. This hour's keyword in the WSB A Grand for Gas giveaway is more. M-O-R-E. More. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/gas for your chance to win $1,000. Again, that keyword is M-O-R-E. More. What? How does that make you laugh? Was there a punchline in there?
Spell it the correct way, because I know with all those Chick-fil-A signs, the cows spell it incorrectly.
Yeah, I gotta
Include
tell
the
you.
E.
I gotta tell you, I never, I love Chick-fil-A, but it's this idea that if cows could write, that they would never. Cows could never get to the level of, say, a 7-year-old. But there's this idea that if they did write, it would be like permanently first grade.
Yeah, it's a lot of misspellings.
Yeah,
We still don't know how they grip the paintbrush. I think that's what they're using on those billboards, the paintbrush. Right?
Because they don't have an opposable thumb. How in the
are they
world
holding it?
How are they going to do that? How are they going to do that? People don't think about that opposable thumb, and it's so important.
It's revolutionary.
The reason that we're at the top of the food chain is two things. We got abstract thought, so we can think of things and inventions and all that kind of stuff.
Cow that can
and then we can a cow that can write. They don't talk. I don't think they write.
Do you think elephants feel slighted because they can grip with the trunk, but it's one and it's a nose?
Yeah. That's
So
why they
it's
hate
not
us. That's why they trample us whenever they can. Anyway, the second thing is the opposable thumb. So we can think, invent the idea, and then we can also go ahead and build it. Did you have another open? Is this 3? Today?
I'm shocked, Eric.
We're
really
breaking
shocked.
all kinds of records. We got 15 people on.
It's all these open mics.
All
that
these
they're tuning in
open
for.
mics, right? People are. I tell you, man,
I think we hit something in the first hour of the show.
Something's going on
In the
here,
first-
fellas. I feel like we really hit on something here.
Hey, just piggybacking off of the other open mic. I actually do like the suggestion of having a little fun fact. Just spice up the day for you guys.
Look at that. She likes the idea of the fun fact.
That seemed kind of truncated, didn't
A little
it?
bit, yeah.
I thought she was going to go on to something else.
That's what I thought too. At the
Is
end.
she okay? Can we call?
I
can we-
hope so.
I hope nothing happened.
You can leave another open mic, ma'am, if you'd like to.
It seems like because usually we get people who get cut off at 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And they're just about to make their most important. And the reason I bring all this up is because it's usually we lose the point of the whole thing.
Oh, the yelling open mic, Ben?
Oh, well,
Lots
those people,
of those.
Those people, they could go on and on forever.
They're hosting their own shows.
I realized that we're a lot of the reason that we're in the situation we're in with the country at each other's throats and everything. And this is not the first time I brought it up, but it's because the older boomers. I'm a boomer, but I was born in 1964. The war ended in 1945, so I think I'm the last year of the boomers. But the real boomers in their 70s, and would you be in your 80s at that point? Yeah, because Paul McCartney would be a boomer. Well, no, he was born in 1940, so it would be anybody born 1945 and beyond, right?
I believe
war
so.
ends in
Pulling up right now.
1945. So
46 to 64.
okay, so the people who are on the high end of that, they're retired and they have income.
They're going to say something else.
What? What are you
They're retired.
They don't have anything else to do. It's like it used to be people, like a lot of times, like people who would be involved in the Republican Party, right, or really, really into the Republican Party, that would go to meetings and be part of local stuff and whatever. They still had like jobs to go to. They're like business people. They'd started businesses and they cared about it, whatever. And they were, but now we've got like this group of retirees who have all the time in the world and very few responsibilities. Their checking accounts are doing just fine. So they can actually think about this stuff from the time they wake up until the time they go to bed. And by the way, this same thing can happen on the left. This is not just exclusively on the right. It just so happens right now this is what's happening. But these people are the most boring people alive. The people who are so into politics that it just consumes their day because they don't have to go to work in the morning. They don't have that thing, boy, I got to get that report for the boss by Friday. Nothing. It's just wide open. And the political thought they go to sleep worrying about is the same thing they wake up with, the same thought. And they become the most boring people you could ever be around because they don't know how to talk about anything else. The phrase variety is the spice of life isn't just about receiving and doing. It's also about the things you think about. Variety is the spice of life. But if you go to bed thinking about public bathroom politics, and it's the first thing you wake up with, and who should and shouldn't be allowed to swim in the competition, I'm not saying it doesn't have value as an issue. I'm saying in a country that's $40 trillion in debt, it's not the top priority. But these people they've got nothing else to do, and it's all they're thinking of, and that's what's driving that party, where it's just all this boring culture stuff. And also,
they should paint.
What's that?
I think everyone should paint at some point. Just
Yeah.
get an easel and some acrylics,
Yeah.
watercolors, whatever you want.
And relax. You know what? Here's the thing. And it's going to happen to all of us. I'm not mocking anybody. I'm about to turn 62 years of age in a few months. Yeah, I know, it's gross.
And then I'll be there before you know
Yeah.
it. And
then I'll be dead. So, and that's what I'm saying.
I didn't want to say
and that's what I'm saying. If you're at that age, hey, there's more runway behind you than in front of you. How about just sort of chill out. Enjoy time with your grandkids. No, it's important. America's got to be the thing America's got to be the thing that I think about every single moment of my life. I can't tell you how many lifelong friends I've lost since I started thinking about this. It's important to me.
Maybe they're worried about the handoff. Maybe they feel like that they have not.
No, they're
done a
worried
good
about
job.
death. They want to feel relevant because they know that it's not all that much time left. That's the whole thing. And it just happens to be on the Republican side now. It's a thing that's going to go back and forth.
Oh, there's a Democrat villages, believe me.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
my
well, with
God.
younger
Well,
I think
don't they have like recreation centers and stuff?
Yeah,
Oh, that's we're going to have another talk from somebody who's going to tell us why.
well, I feel like the move away from
patriarchy
religion.
stinks. What?
The move away from religion for younger Democrats.
Yeah.
Politics fills that hole.
Yeah.
For them.
And the fear of death.
Well, that's
the
for
reason that the older people are like, no, this is damn. Why is it so important? You're not even going to be here in a decade. I'm already feeling this at my age. Like, I did my years of voting and getting mad and yelling at people and saying it needs to be this way. Now that I'm 60, I'm like, hey, you know what? The future belongs to the young. The future always belongs to the young. It's going to be what the young want it to be. It's not going to be what the old people want it to be because they're going to go away. And the new crop of old people are going to be the young people now.
I find the older people that are fully invested in politics like that are very strange people.
Yes, they are.
When you try to pivot away from things, all of a sudden they get very, very quiet.
Yeah.
And then it's like the second you just bring it up casually, then all of a sudden, like a dog going after a bone, boom, they go after it.
It's a one-track mind. And it makes you I'm not even talking about the politics. I'm not talking about whether they're right or whether they're wrong. I'm just saying, as a human being, anytime you have a one-track mind and you can only talk about one thing with passion. Now, you can always divert these people for a few minutes with football talk or, hey, the Braves are doing better than people expect, but that's only going to last a few minutes.
It does feel like that is kind of a broader thing because the sheen around politics has kind of been stripped away, and we've over the last 10 years kind of seen the more of the guts of it and kind of how nasty it is. And,
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the internet or TV, so I feel like a lot of people, it was like a revelation that a lot of people had at the same time. And
Right.
the boomers are still kind of caught up in it, but I feel like the world was like that for a while.
I think that they would be lonely without it. or something like that. There's some kind of sociological reason. Again, I'm not talking about whether they're right or wrong. I'm not weighing in, not for this segment, on the politics of it. It's just that you need to have a broad, just sort of a what's the term?
To use a sports term, you need to have a different pitch. You don't just throw a fastball all the time. You got to have some different pitches.
You're boring the hell out of everybody. Sometimes we just want to get together and have a laugh. You don't have to try to tell us that the world is ending if we don't vote the way you want us to vote.
Yeah, when you're playing Kudo with your friends, you don't have to talk about politics all the time. Talk about music. Talk about what your grandkids are doing. There's all kinds of different
Now,
things
here's the other side of it. Yes, talk about music. But I don't want to hear 20 minutes about how you've seen Bruce Springsteen 75 times. Can we go back to talking about politics? Chinwe Maponya Cook says there are South Side slowdowns.
And it's because of this travel advisory. Actually, it just cleared. I-75 southbound right at Mount Zion Boulevard had a couple of left lanes knocked out there, but it literally just cleared. So your delays should be easing, even though they are back towards 285. 675, you're also slow leaving 285. Those delays stretch into Ellenwood near Forest Parkway. And we got a new stall, Highway 78 eastbound. This time it's in the right lane, getting past Brockett Road, exit 3. How we looking on those northern suburbs, Isabella Rodriguez?
Traffic Trooper Roswell Robb called in to let us know of slowdowns on Georgia 400 northbound at Abernathy Road. That's causing some delays out of Sandy Springs. Your ride breaks free after that, but you'll start to tap the brakes again at Holcomb Bridge Road heading towards Alpharetta. This report is sponsored by CumminsRecall.com. Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. They come to you quick in under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule at CumminsRecall.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
A massive disruption to your travel plans kicks off this weekend.
A rebuilding project begins on both sides of I-285.
285 construction begins.
A major traffic headache for you.
And we've got the headache covered.
Crews are expected to shut down the west side parade.
How will it impact you? What are your alternate routes?
Detours are 5 miles apart.
Tune in often throughout the day to the traffic reporters you trust. 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, 2 trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
Mom's home cooking. Thoughtful, caring, and made with love. Wouldn't it be great if home improvement companies did that? Painting Plus does.
Hi, it's Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. For 3 decades, we've taken that same personal, thoughtful, and caring approach to your home's exterior remodel.
Locally owned Painting Plus. The plus means anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality. Your complete exterior solution.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed right here on 95.5 WSB. Chris, you've talked for years about the importance of having a financial plan in place because it gives us that roadmap for the journey of retirement. That helps us navigate the ups and the downs, when life doesn't go to script. But hey, when can we ever count on life to go according to script?
Yeah, it never does, but we can script it out for you financially. And this is a pretty robust offer that we would present to you today. The first step is you call us or you go to unleashyourmoney.com and click that Portfolio X-ray button or the 401k X-ray. That'll allow us to do about a 10 to 14 page report. We give it to you. It assesses exactly what's included in your financial life, all of your investments. From there, if you want us to take step 2 for you, again, completely complimentary, free of charge, we will build you an income plan to replace your paycheck in retirement. That income plan also includes tax strategies, which are extremely important for people in today's environment. Then if you want us to take the final step, we can fold all of that into a full financial plan and map it out for the rest of your life or until age 100. All 3 of those offers, completely free of charge, completely complimentary. I would start with that Portfolio X-ray. It'll take us a few hours to generate the report. We do all that behind the scenes. We give it to you in a half an hour, 45-minute meeting. Very valuable information for you to have on your ready and take home with you.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group today, 770-580-2024. That's 770-580-2024 or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Out there, a lot of stress. But in here, give your family stress relief and relaxation in a Bullfrog hot tub from Brown's Pools and Spas. Only Bullfrog offers the Jetpack Therapy System to customize each seat to fit every body in your family. Right now, save up to $2,500 off, plus a free non-slip interior upgrade. Hurry, sale ends May 26th. BrownsPools.com.
Hey friends, it's Mark Aram, and this is for all my listeners who are struggling with hair loss. I'm sure you've tried the lotions, pills, creams, and potions. With so many options and doctors out there, who are you going to trust? What's really going to grow your hair back? The Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair is an incredible breakthrough. Receding hairline, thinning hair, bald spots, Advanced Hair offers a simple, quick, one-day treatment that begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And get this, Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow. Works for men and women across all ages, and there is no one in hair restoration I recommend more. For your free consultation, call 470-660-HAIR. If you move forward, you'll also receive $500 off. 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that has redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that guarantee. Check out incredible before and after pictures at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Once again, this hour's keyword in the WSB A Grand for Gas giveaway is M-O-R-E, more. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/gas for your chance to win $1,000. You know, it's interesting to me because I did morning radio for so long. And even here, we did 9 to noon for so long. And I didn't like traffic. I've never liked being in traffic. So when we started the show at 9 a.m., I used to wake up. I would take a shower before I went to bed, wake up at 5:30 and be on the road by 5:45.
You were insane.
So I could get here before traffic developed, and then I would sleep for a couple hours in my office.
It was pure insanity. I remember going and I would arrive here at a normal time, like 8.
Yeah.
And I would go back and I would open up your office door and I'd wake you up sometimes. I'm sorry, Eric.
Oh, I would have the weirdest fever dreams. I don't know what it was. I had some of the craziest dreams sleeping in my office on that couch. And because you would hear the way the office is, I would obviously while I'm sleeping, I'm hearing people talking in the hallways, outside, whatever. All that stuff would dip into my dream. And it was actually great because I always feel better after. Nobody wants to have a nightmare, but I think I feel more refreshed after a really vivid dream. And I guess because I'm at work, maybe I would remember them more when I woke up or something. But there's only a couple of times that I, walked down the halls in my underwear. That only happened a couple of times. But I'm so used to the morning thing. I think so. When I see people leaving, I just saw CC and he's saying goodbye to people. Still at this time, I look at it and I think, what are you taking half a day? Hey, what's going on here? What are you? You're not working a full day? It's still. How long have we been doing this shift?
We've been doing it. Wow, it's May. It's been 3 years.
Okay, so I still am at the point when I see people walking out, I think, hey, what do you got, a dental appointment or something? What are you, just who leaves who leaves at noon? What the hell's going on? It's just a very bizarre thing to me. After 3 years, I'm still out of time.
So judgy of you.
Oh, yeah.
People have got their own personal business.
You know what's worse than judging somebody?
What?
Is judging them and realizing that you're completely wrong. Which is what happens to me. Chinwe Maponye Cook says there are downtown slowdowns.
And it's not looking good at all, Eric. It's a sea of brake lights, I-75, 85 north and southbound between Highway 166 and Atlantic Station 17th Street, exit 251. Pack your patience. Going to be moving about 20 miles per hour to make it through the downtown connector. Better news for you, though, on Highway 78. We had a stall in the backups knocking out the right lane near Brockett Road. That has been moved off to the Gore, so things are looking a lot better making your way towards Tucker. How's the outer loop looking in Smyrna, Isabella Rodriguez?
If you're in Smyrna, Cobb County area, you'll be tapping those brakes on 285 southbound. That's the outer loop as you approach Paces Ferry Road, and that's going to cause delays back towards I-75. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties and get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
You got this. Come on. Come on, a little bit more.
Emory Orthopedics and Spine Center, using advanced treatments to relieve pain and get you back to living life without limits. Learn more at emoryhealthcare.org/ortho.
Hi, it's Sue from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minute. Over the past 30 years, we've seen countless lives change for the better and health issues greatly improved, if not completely resolved, by customers changing their diets, starting with real bread. At the Bread Becker store in Woodstock, we can teach you how to make real, delicious bread loaded with fiber and nutrients from real whole grains. A healthy, affordable solution for your family that can change your lives. For various customers, we've seen cholesterol levels drop 85 to 100 points in just 1 month, blood sugar stabilized, anemia corrected, and hundreds of stories of warts going away. In one case, as many as 500 warts gone in just 2.5 weeks. I have a degree in food science, and for more than 30 years, I've studied the incredible health benefits of whole grains and real bread. Let us help you take the first steps to better health. Visit breadbeckers.com or our Bread Beckers store in Woodstock.
Are your floors looking tired, scratched, or just dated? You don't have to wait months for a beautiful new look. At Peach State Hardwood, you can start your flooring project in 1 week or less. With expert installation, lifetime craftsmanship warranty, and an in-house team that handles everything, from moving your furniture to cleaning up after. A stress-free home refresh is closer than you think. Peach State Hardwood, beautiful floors, zero hassle, ready in a week. Schedule your free estimate today at peachstatehardwood.com.
Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car, we have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-611-2046. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-611-2046. That's 800-611-2046.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather, traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. It is breaking news. A woman is killed in a random attack on the Atlanta Beltline this afternoon. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live there is an active manhunt for the killer.
Yeah, Bill, slashed by a stranger on the Beltline. A woman was rushed to Grady Hospital but did not survive just after noon. Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says officers got reports this attacker may be in a mental health crisis.
We do believe that in moments prior to the incident here, the same individual attacked with a rock an employee of the United States Postal Service at the post office on Plasters Avenue Northeast.
The chief asks the public to help them scour the city and their own home cameras for the black male on an orange bike wearing black clothes with the white and orange phrase "Flavor Friends Flatbread" on the back of his tee, and not to approach but to call 911. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
And we have posted the photos of the person of interest on our website and the WSB radio app. 75 degrees in Atlanta. How hot will it get this weekend? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. One man is dead and a teenager is in custody after a stabbing in DeKalb County.
DeKalb County police are investigating what led up to the stabbing at an apartment complex in the 500 block of Three Oaks Bend. Officers find 38-year-old David Bowman dead at the scene. They're able to locate a suspect identified as 18-year-old Courtney Estada at a nearby location. He's in custody facing a murder charge. No word yet on the relationship between the victim and suspect. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
Supporters of Georgia medical cannabis are thrilled about a new state law signed this week that aims to expand access. It removes the existing THC limit and allows patients to vape the product. Corey Lowe, whose daughter needs the oil to help with her seizures, believes this is a crucial step.
It will help families like ours, especially if you have cancer or epilepsy, because you can access more options.
The law also adds new qualifying conditions that takes effect on July 1st. Georgia Democrats are blasting the decision by Governor Kemp to call a special session to redraw the state's voting maps.
Saying the decision to call lawmakers back to the Capitol is simply an effort to silence black voters, State Senator Nikki Merritt and members of the Legislative Black Caucus are vowing to fight the redistricting push.
Let's be very clear. This is an attack on Metro Atlanta. This is an attack on black political power.
Following the announcement, Governor Kemp said Democrats should wait to see the maps before criticizing them. Whatever maps lawmakers draw will not apply until the 2028 election. At the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Woodstock police chased down a suspect wanted for breaking into a jewelry store. Police say an officer used an intervention tactic when the suspect tried to get away during a traffic stop after an early morning burglary at Art Jewelers on Woodstock Square Avenue. The man, identified as Scott Condor, is being treated for minor injuries and faces numerous charges for the smash and grab and running from police. Officers say he had outstanding warrants in multiple jurisdictions. The CDC in Atlanta has new information in the hantavirus outbreak.
There are currently no hantavirus cases in the U.S., but the CDC's Dr. David Fitter says the nation's top health agency is monitoring 41 people.
Just as a reminder, most people under monitoring are considered high-risk exposures, and CDC recommends that everyone under monitoring stay at home and avoid being around people during their 42-day monitoring period.
However, CDC is not using its federal quarantine authority, but instead working with those individuals and their jurisdictions. CDC saying the risk to the general public remains low. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Next time there's a government shutdown, members of the U.S. Senate won't get paid. Matt Mattinson reports the Senate unanimously approves a resolution to withhold their pay during a shutdown.
It'll take effect after the midterms later this year. The legislation doesn't need to be approved by the House or President Trump. It's a move that may give lawmakers a powerful incentive not to shutter federal departments over funding disputes in future years.
It is now 5:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins now with Chenway Maponia Cook.
And we got a crash that we're watching in and out of the right lane, I-285 southbound. That's going to be the outer loop at Paces Ferry Road, exit 18. Police just came through, though, and ushered that car off to the right, so your delays should be improving. Now you make it past that, and you got a pretty much smooth ride until you get just before the Chattahoochee River, where you're slowing again near South Cobb Drive. Those delays going to take you down to I-20, where we're starting to see some more slowdowns. Isabella Rodriguez.
Your ride on I-20 westbound starts slow just past 285, but those delays really start to pick up again around Riverside Parkway, with backups staying with you towards Thornton Road, with some ongoing trouble slowing you down as you head towards Lithia Springs. This report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustSale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Temperatures will fall to the upper 40s to low 50s for tomorrow morning, then trending warmer for the rest of this weekend. Tomorrow's high is 81 with partly cloudy skies. Saturday morning lows in the low 60s, heating up to a high of 86. Sunny skies on Sunday, morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime high near 90. Monday, partly cloudy with a high of 90 degrees. A few isolated rain showers possible on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Right now, 73 in Marietta, 76 in McDonough, and 75 in Cartersville. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
The winds of change are blowing. Hi, it's meteorologist Glenn Burns. I'm not forecasting the weather. I'm just reporting North Georgia Replacement Windows has changed their name to NG Windows. They installed my beautiful Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows, and now I enjoy more daylight and bigger views. Window and door shopping made simple at ngwindows.com.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah! EMC Security.
When an alarm goes off at your home, every second counts. With EMC Security's remote video monitoring, once your alarm is triggered, our team can instantly monitor cameras you give us access to, assess the situation, and send appropriate information to first responders. Get real peace of mind whether you're home or away. Get a free quote on video monitoring today at emcsecurity.com.
EMC Security. Smart protection for a safer tomorrow.
When a company works in your home, you find out fast if they're the real deal. Chris Chandler for the people I trust in my home. TE certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling. They're fast, friendly, and fully stocked, highly trained, true pros that keep me informed and fix it right the first time. I just sit back, relax, and let TE certified handle everything. They're the real deal.
TE certified. We love your home.
Bikers know gear protects your body. Steel Horse Law protects your rights.
A ring is not just about how it looks today, it's about how it holds value over time. With competitive pricing, price matching, and strong trade-up and trade-in values, Solomon Brothers helps protect your decision long after the moment passes. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves. Helping Atlanta say I do since 1982. Book a private shopping appointment online.
Greg Rush, you still with us?
Yeah.
I
Where
know.
would I have gone?
Well, I don't know. You're a busy man. Perhaps something came up. You do a lot of
I would've let you
freelance
know.
work. You never know.
I wouldn't have just disappeared.
You're not the type of person to abandon? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I will at parties and stuff just leave without telling people.
The old Irish exit, as they call it?
Yeah.
Or Irish goodbye.
Or exit, since the host used that term first. I think you'll
But I don't
like...
feel like that's abandoning. That's just like, I don't have time for this. And like, I'm bad. When I was younger, you would get those people, no, you can't leave. That doesn't happen anymore. Nobody cares.
It's that time I was trying to leave your apartment, and you were like, I've got Coca-Cola and orange juice. I don't know.
I was lonely.
He fell asleep. We were watching some stupid NASCAR special.
On the History Channel.
And he fell asleep on the couch, and it was like 9 o'clock at night. And I was like, okay, well, time for me to go. He's sleeping. I tried to slip out without waking him up or anything. So I'm like halfway out the door of his apartment. He wakes up, and where are you going? No, I just thought, you were sleeping. I've got Cokes and orange juice. I don't know if he was still asleep or like, I don't know. He was
It's like that, when you wake up quickly and you don't have your bearings yet.
Yeah.
And there was additional anxiety for some reason that you were trying to leave. Like, yeah, sure, logically. It's like, who cares? Get out of here. Go home. It's late.
It's like, was it me? Is that what you're thinking? Is it me? Have I offended you in some way?
Yeah, but it shows how clearly my brain was.
It was when we were
working.
shooting
It's
the
like, Coca-Cola and orange juice should keep him around.
I'll keep him around. I think it was when we were shooting the video, and it was after we had shot the video all day long. I think that's when it was, the driving and crying video.
Yeah.
Greg is in. So anyway, I think that you will like this, and I'm glad that you have pledged to never abandon me. I appreciate that. But there always need to be Cokes and orange juice for that to work out on my end. Anyway, hey, let's
keep
mix
them around just in case. If you ever decide to come to New York, I've got them.
Will you mix them together? That'll be wild.
Throw a little vanilla in there.
Oh, yeah. We'll have a grand old time. But I think you'll like my new hobby, which is identifying words that don't seem like their definitions. Like a word that you see a word and like obviously maybe you don't know exactly what it is, but you feel like, well, I know what kind of word it is. It's given me some kind of indication of what it means. And then you find out it means nothing like, I don't mean kind of what it sounds like. But anyway, the one for today this is my word for today that just does not mean what you would think it would mean given the way it rolls off your tongue. And that word is erstwhile. a word that for many years I would just read and never looked up. And because I thought I knew what it meant, because it seemed like always to be in context with meaning. I thought like, somebody was really into it. That's like the erstwhile reporter. Oh, that's going to be a reporter that you're not going to be able to keep down. They're going to be up at 3 o'clock. They're an erstwhile reporter. And then I found out it means former. Erstwhile, used to be a reporter.
What else?
Like what? How does that word? Someone who did something formerly, erstwhile.
Where did you see it today? Or was it just been floating around
It's been
recently?
floating around in my head for a while.
Oh, okay.
When I read, sometimes I'll read stuff on the iPad. And the beauty of that is you don't have to carry a dictionary around with you. And then if you don't really, and I'm doing this more and more as I'm getting older, it's like, stop thinking you know what words mean. Actually stop down and find out what that word means.
That's a good habit.
And on the iPad, you just have to press the word. There's a dictionary in there, and it tells you what it is. And I'm finding out all kinds of words that for years I thought, doesn't erstwhile sound like somebody you'd have to tell to calm down? All right, look, I know you're.
Get a little erstwhile here.
Come on, let's dial it back a little bit.
You know what the word crapulous means?
I don't know that I've heard the word crapulous before.
It's being sick or hungover.
That makes sense, though.
Physically ill due to excessive eating or drinking. Yeah, I guess it's
but
just
see, that's the opposite.
The first part of that.
Yeah, that's a word that I'll bet you that's like a slang that ended up in the dictionary. I'll bet the root.
I don't know if that was.
Okay,
I've never looked into the history.
What's the Latin root?
Let's find out.
Let's find the etymology. Actually, it'd be great. We could work together because I would bring in words that the definition it would surprise you, and you bring in words where it's exactly what you thought it would be.
I remember being about 9 or 10 and realizing approximate didn't mean wasn't exactly accurate.
You thought approximate
because of the context, and you just don't think about it so much. You're like, that must mean exactly, but it.
A word like that for me, I thought for years, probably until I was 20 years of age, that penultimate meant the top of the top. Doesn't it sound like?
Exactly.
Hey, it's got the penultimate. I had no idea that it was like second to first.
Here's what I got your answer here. Crapulous comes from the Latin word crapulosis, meaning very drunk or suffering from intoxication, which itself comes from the Greek krapali, meaning
that's
drunken,
weird.
Headache, or hangover.
Feeling crappy.
That's odd, though, because if you say, I feel like crap, right? And that comes from because Thomas Crapper invented the toilet. Isn't that odd that those crapulous means you feel
coincidence, I guess.
That's strange.
That is a crazy coincidence.
I want Trump to release all the files on that. They're holding something back. Enough of these
1500s. It's been around in the English language since
Really?
the 1500s.
Well, maybe they got the name because remember people used to get their last names based on what they did for a living or something.
Oh, there's that hungover guy.
It's
crapper.
a family.
Crapulous.
That's another
There he
crapper.
is.
This does point out that it has nothing to do with the slang word that we use.
Interesting, because the slang word comes from Thomas Crapper because he's the guy who invented the toilet, right?
Let's see.
Or some
Totally
kind of
separate.
toilet.
Who invented the toilet?
Yeah, the ball with the chain and the thing that was Thomas Crapper. Yes, it was.
So it was a real last
Stop
name.
shaking your
Says
head.
he was a successful, scroll up there, Stefan, again, successful plumber and businessman in London.
Yeah.
He did not invent the toilet, but he held 9 patents for plumbing improvements and was a master at
Close
marketing.
enough.
Okay, part of it is he put the ball on the chain.
He was the flushing part of it.
He was the flushing part of it.
Sir John Harrington is the one that invented the flushing toilet.
That's why he's a knight. It is so wonderful that we can now flush our poo away.
You got to take a Sir Harrington.
Sir Harrington.
Yeah, sir. Then after that,
I feel hairy.
A Scottish watchmaker by the name of Alexander Cumming. He's the one that secured the first.
I don't want to
patent.
know what he invented.
Apparently, he got the first patent, and then
Really?
then Thomas Crapper gets some credit later
What
on.
did they just get? What were they? Some sort of lampoon show or something with fake last names? Hey, it's Jim Drunkard. Come Come join the party. Chinway Maponia Cook says it is crowded on the connector.
And you've got plenty of extra company, especially if you're coming out of Lakewood, I-75-85 northbound. You're sluggish before Langford Parkway, Highway 166. Actually, you're slow from Cleveland Avenue, and you're going to see a sea of brake lights as you make your way to and through Mechanicsville and around the Grady Curve. Now, if you're heading northbound, those delays do ease once you hit 10th Street, exit 250, but the delays are so stacked in that you're even slowing inside the perimeter. I-20 eastbound, leaving Hamilton E. Holmes Drive. You're going to be tapping the brakes towards 75-85. How's I-20 looking outside the perimeter? Isabella Rodriguez.
You will also be tapping those brakes on the West Freeway, all due to a crash on I-20 westbound past Thornton Road, where a left lane is blocked, and that's going to be causing you slowdowns back to 285. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
This weekend,
Complete closure of a stretch of I-285 on the west side.
285 construction begins.
You have to go I-20 eastbound onto the connector.
What could possibly go wrong?
Says other roads will see more congestion this weekend.
95.5 WSB has it covered for you.
To revitalize about 17 miles of 285.
How will you get around? What are your alternate routes?
You can't get any further than exit 5.
Tune in often throughout the day to the traffic reporters you trust. 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Our website has always been ngwindows.com, and now our company name is the same. It's Ted and Jonathan, and North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows.
Shorter name, same great stress-free experience. Our Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows are not big and bulky, and now neither is our name.
We love it so much we upgraded our jingle.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
In a time when everything feels political, one place must rise above it all: the courtroom, where the law rules and integrity matters. In 2020, Georgians came together, electing a justice who believes in protecting our courts.
I'm Georgia Supreme Court Justice Sarah Warren, and here's what I believe. I believe in the rule of law, the separation of powers, and a judge's limited role to interpret the law as written. I believe in a nonpartisan judiciary, impartial judges who don't advocate for political positions or outcomes. I believe in deciding cases without bias or favor, treating everyone with dignity and respect. As a justice on your Supreme Court, I've upheld these values. With your support, we'll maintain the integrity of our courts.
Vote to re-elect Justice Sarah Warren. Vote early starting April 27th or on Election Day, May 19th. Paid for by Georgians for Justice Warren, Inc.
If you've been taught that all bread is unhealthy, I'm here to tell you not if it's real bread. Hi, I'm Sue Becker from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minute. If you're struggling with weight gain, high cholesterol, constipation, even warts, or kids who seem to be constantly sick, come visit us at the Bread Becker store in Woodstock, where we have taught thousands of customers that real bread might be their healthy solution. I have a degree in food science, and for more than 30 years, I've studied the incredible health benefits of real whole grains and bread. I discovered that store-bought bread has had most of the nutrients in the grain removed during milling, and yes, even packages labeled 100% whole wheat. Make a healthy eating change in your life at Bread Beckers in Woodstock. We'll show you how bread, but only real bread, might be the answer to your family's physical ills. The Bread Beckers. Visit breadbeckers.com or our Bread Beckers store in Woodstock.
Folks, the Georgia Spa Company has 9 locations around the state. There's one near you. You've got no excuses. Go to georgiaspaccompany.com. Find the location. Go in. See for yourself. I have an oasis in my backyard. It is my happy time, my relaxation period at night. Even in the summer, I get in my hot tub and I enjoy watching the shooting stars. You can, too, get the oasis in your backyard. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, built for real life. 9 locations, georgiaspaccompany.com.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Not yet. All right. I get confused.
That's so many years. I was having that moment trying to remember who won the national championship in college basketball. And I was like, oh, Michigan. Okay, that's right.
Right. And who won the college championship this year? Oh, obviously, Indiana. Right. Because I thought Gunnar Stockton had a championship. And for
Not
some
yet.
reason, I like that.
Never. Not yet. Never.
All right. Gregory Russ. See, you're at it again. You just have to try to piss off the audience, don't you?
Why would
Look
they
at you.
care? He left. Didn't he
No,
ditch
no,
everyone?
no,
Gunner's
You're-
back.
You're thinking of Carson Beck.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
He's-
Georgia fans.
He's now in the NFL. Who drafted him? He was
I think the
drafted in like the
Cardinals drafted
5th or
him.
6th round. That's right. He's in Arizona.
That's who I meant. That is who I meant. I don't
Did
like that guy.
You know, I think, does he have family around here? I don't want to offend.
I don't think so. I think he moved to Miami. He moved all around.
But I mean, is he from the area?
I don't think so. I'll look.
Because like Gunner isn't he from like
Gunner's from way up in North Georgia, up
and
in the
then
mountains. He's a country boy.
Stetson was from Locust Grove or something. One of those places
Yeah,
down there.
more East Georgia, yes. But
Right.
Look,
So,
my dislike stems from jealousy that I couldn't make millions to play college football. That's
I
where
got
it comes
you.
from. So
I
if
know.
his family's there, they can take solace in knowing that I'm just jealous.
I'm just saying. No, I wasn't worried about what you said. About what I'm.
I
about
wouldn't
to
want
say.
his face.
About what I want to say.
Carson is from Jacksonville, Florida. You're good.
I think he's a meathead.
Yeah, absolutely is.
I don't think he's
Talented
the,
arm, but just
I
doesn't have it between the ears.
Well, we'll find out in the NFL because you can't play in the NFL without some smarts.
You got to.
I mean, you can get away with your do it all with your physical abilities for a couple of games, and then they get you on film and they box you in.
Will he start?
No.
Okay.
No. Who's in Arizona now?
That's
because
Brissett.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett will start. My understanding now. This is not a sports show, but here we go. I think that I learned that Arizona Cardinals this year are going to roll out an offensive line of 5 guys who have never played together, ever.
Is that uncommon? That seems like it would be normal. Is it?
All 5?
That's unusual.
I mean, look out, Jacoby Brissett, who I think is about 34 or 35 years old at this point. That's too bad because I think that guy, like, if you put that guy in like a really well-coached kind of thing, I think he could have like a couple of years the way Geno Smith did in Seattle. Like, I think Jacoby Brissett is actually a pretty good quarterback.
You were to come
He's
here
not.
to Atlanta. Atlanta's set up for success. We're a quarterback away from being great. Maybe Penix will be that guy.
Maybe Tua will be that guy.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Now, is that Mendoza guy? Will he start?
It depends on. I think they're going to start Kirk Cousins in front of him, and that's the plan. And then when Kirk runs out of gas somewhere about the 5th or 6th week, they'll put him in, unless the dude just shows up for camp and he just beats the. But that's a good deal for that guy, a guy who's that talented, to sit behind Kirk Cousins. At the very least, he's going to figure out how to fleece the league. How much money? Kirk Cousins is a genius, or his agent.
His agent is a genius.
Yeah, but you know what? They've all got agents. So I think to make the amount of money, Kirk Cousins really had like 1 year where he was almost an MVP, and then he got hurt. He was basically a good quarterback up to then.
He's made $341.4 million. Damn. That guy. And
How many playoff appearances?
One. Playoff appearances, I think it's like 5, but it's only won 1 game.
So, can we salute? Yeah, good old fashioned. That is amazing. We all thought it was the worst thing in the world that the Falcons did what they did, but they ended up paying him like $100-something million, right?
Sure did.
But I think it will be good. He obviously knows a lot about it, so it'll be good for Mendoza to kind of sit there. Somebody swooped in and got that meathead from Vanderbilt. because he was not drafted. He was not. And
You saw Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
Who did
He's
it?
5'7". I'm telling
the
you,
Ravens got him. That's right.
This guy says he's 5'10". He's like 5'7". You see those pictures after the Heisman thing, and get a stepladder.
He's got a big heart. Okay, come on.
Yeah, you know what? I've got a big heart. I'm not the starting quarterback anyplace. Chinwe Mapanya Cook says it's loaded in Lithia Springs.
Absolutely, Eric. Due to a crash, it started off partially blocking the left lane, and then our all of our hero units and fire response came through and completely blocked out that left lane. So I-20 westbound, trying to get past Thornton Road, exit 44, is gonna be slow all the way back towards 285 because of this crash, and that's putting extra pressure you don't need on your ride out to Douglasville. How we looking in Dunwoody this afternoon, Isabella Rodriguez?
The ride on Georgia 400 northbound is slow, leaving 285 with those delays staying heavy up towards Northridge Road. You'll get a break past there, but that ride slows again in Alpharetta around Windward Parkway, exit 11. This report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed home offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When it comes to home services companies, TE Certified checks every box. Hey, it's Chris Chandler. I'm a happy customer of TE Certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling. Highly trained experts who fix it right the first time. Check. On time, friendly, and fully stocked. Check. Highest level of communication and lifetime warranty. Check. I can relax while they handle everything. It all checks out.
TE certified. We love your home.
Buying an engagement ring should not feel rushed or overwhelming or like you are being sold to. At Solomon Brothers, we offer private appointments with experts who take the time to understand what matters to you. The largest selection, honest pricing, guidance you can trust. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, helping Atlanta say I do since 1982. Book a private appointment online.
Out there, a lot of stress. But in here, give your family stress relief and relaxation in a Bullfrog hot tub from Brown's Pools and Spas. Only Bullfrog offers the Jetpack Therapy System to customize each seat to fit every body in your family. Right now, save up to $2,500 off, plus a free non-slip interior upgrade. Hurry, sale ends May 26th. BrownsPools.com.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, two trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
We're hiring at A1 Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at a1garage.com/careers.
A1garage.com. A1 from day one.
You've likely heard talk about rising costs, but here's some good news. Last year, Georgia Power froze base rates to help keep costs steady. And while demand for energy is growing across our state, new large energy users are required to pay the cost to serve them, helping protect homeowners and small businesses. This year, Georgia Power also filed fuel and storm recovery updates that'll lower overall rates starting this summer. Reliable energy, more stability, fewer surprises on your bill. Learn more at georgiapower.com/rate freeze.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, it is breaking news. A manhunt for the suspect responsible for a deadly stabbing on the Beltline in Atlanta in broad daylight. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live. Police say this was a random attack.
Yeah, Bill, Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum calling this an outlier on the well-traveled Beltline.
We believe that he picked his victims at random.
Random and isolated, according to the chief. Homicide investigators are scouring the city for the blackmail suspect police say slashed a woman at Flagler Avenue around noon. Shearbaum says that was after riding an orange bike from the USPS facility on Plasters Avenue, where the man had attacked an employee with a rock.
He needs to be apprehended quickly so he can face the justice of the courts here in Fulton County.
The suspect was wearing black clothes with his shirt showing orange and white writing on the back. He's believed to have gotten away on that orange bike going southbound. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
And we have posted photos of the suspect on our website and the WSB radio app. If you see this suspect, please call 911. It is 75 degrees in Atlanta. We could get into the 90s this weekend. When is the next rain chance? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Georgians who use medical cannabis will soon have new options.
Under a law signed this week, qualifying patients won't have to wait until they are in the end stage of their condition to benefit from medical cannabis. Corey Lowe, whose daughter needs medical cannabis for her seizures, says patients will also be able to vape the product.
It works a lot faster as opposed to the oil or waiting on an edible.
Crucially, the measure removes THC limits, allowing people to increase their dosage to get maximum relief. And Lowe believes that's a good thing.
We're just trying to help sick patients access medicine.
The new law takes effect on July 1st. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Sandy Springs police arrest a 20-year-old man in connection with a social media stunt targeting the Church of Scientology.
The viral Scientology speedrunning challenge has escalated into people across the country sometimes dressing up and illegally entering these places of worship. Sergeant Giovanni Gomez says a group ran into a church on Roswell Road.
Unlawfully entering property is a criminal offense, and you can expect to be charged if you choose to participate in these unlawful events or activities.
Spokesman for the Church of Scientology International says in a statement that a staff member was injured during one of these runs. He says these videos are turning them into targets. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
A man is sentenced to 60 years in prison for shooting his pregnant girlfriend in DeKalb County 3 years ago. 27-year-old Donald Wooten was found guilty of criminal attempt to commit murder and criminal attempt to commit feticide. The child, who was born prematurely, did survive. As jet fuel costs skyrocket, Atlanta-based Delta Airlines is doing better than some of its counterparts. Delta CEO Ed Bastian tells Bloomberg it's accelerating a divide in the industry.
Those airlines that don't have the quality of the experience, even though they're a lower price point, they can't afford to offer the lower prices in the environment in which we're in.
Bastian says Delta's customers are still flying because they target a higher-end consumer, and he says Delta's own East Coast refinery is helping them save money on rising fuel costs. News about your health now. A new study finds a long-term link between heart attacks and brain health.
Heart attack survivors have 5% higher odds each year of developing cognitive impairment compared to people who have not had a heart attack. Lead researcher Dr. Mohammed Rida at Ohio State University says there are some things you can do to help protect yourself.
Stopping smoking, controlling the blood pressure, controlling your cholesterol, regular exercise, the importance of sleep, the importance of cognitive activities, you're staying cognitively active.
The study is published in Stroke, the scientific journal of the American Stroke Association. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
New census numbers are out, and some of the country's fastest-growing cities and towns are clustered in North Georgia. The city of Houston has grown to about 8,600 residents, up from 6,700 a year ago, making it the state's fastest-growing city and the seventh fastest-growing in the nation, among places with at least 1,000 residents. It is 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Chinwe Maponia Cook.
Heads up if you're on that East Expressway trying to make your way from 285 out towards Stonecrest. You're going to be slowing on I-20 eastbound coming off of that merging madness of 285. Those delays going to take you to Panola Road, exit 71, where surprisingly they kind of break up. Now, if you're heading the opposite direction, I-20 westbound, your delays slow down around Lithonia Industrial Boulevard. But once you get to 285, you're doing all right. How's that West Expressway, Isabella Rodriguez?
The ride is still heavy on the West Freeway, all due to that crash on I-20 westbound past Thornton Road, where a left lane is blocked, and that's causing delays all the way back towards 285. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here is meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Temperatures will fall to the upper 40s to low 50s for tomorrow morning, then trending warmer for the rest of this weekend. Tomorrow tomorrow's high is 81 with partly cloudy skies. Saturday morning lows in the low 60s, heating up to a high of 86. Sunny skies on Sunday, morning lows in the mid 60s, daytime high near 90. Monday, partly cloudy with a high of 90 degrees. A few isolated rain showers possible on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Right now it's 74 in Johns Creek, 73 in Douglasville, and 76 in Covington. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
That is correct, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. What is, are you familiar with the, Greg, you still with us?
Yes.
I keep checking, abandonment issues.
I thought about not saying anything for a second.
But you wouldn't do that to your friend, Eric Von Hessler. I mean, you waxed the mustache. You're in, man. Come on, 100%.
Put some wax in there.
So,
combed it, brushed it.
Brushing your mustache, I can't imagine. I don't think I could ever grow. I could never grow a mustache like that. I just don't. I just don't have that kind of, those mustache genes, I guess. Anybody familiar with this band, Bring Me the Horizon?
Not really. I heard
Are they
about
like
the
a festival band?
I've heard them on lineups before, but I've never seen them personally.
They're
I mean,
like
this
a theatrical, emo-y kind of metal band.
That's a lot. Theatrical, emo-y. So I've never heard of an emo metal band.
Yeah.
Kind of those things kind of seem kind of like they don't mesh together. So they do metal and they brood.
Yes.
On stage.
Yes. And there's lots of makeup and hair going on.
Okay. Well, so this is happening more and more. I think it was over the last weekend or something. Eric Clapton, who is 80-something, at the end of his show, he's starting to walk off stage, and someone throws a full album at him, hits him right in the chest.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
And so he didn't do an encore. But then I saw that he seemed somewhat, they didn't get all mean or whatever. They just assumed, hey, we know fans, they get really, did he think he was going to stop and autograph it? Hey, I'll just chuck this whole album up at this old guy.
If you are going to chuck something, that is like kind
of. It's a weird, and it hit him right, like, boom. And he just
How did you get an album into the venue?
Maybe you can buy them there.
Yeah, I guess you would have to buy it.
Bought it at the merch stand.
Frisbee right into his chest.
Yeah. Well, it was the whole. It was in
the jacket.
In the jacket, everything. And I don't know. Maybe the guy thought he'll autograph it on the way. I have no idea. And there's somebody else who got hit in the head. Oh, this guy. Maybe it's just the Bring the Horizon.
There's three.
Singer.
There's Baby Rexha, Riley Green, and then now this guy, the lead singer of this band. Got
injured by a phone thrown at a St. Louis concert. I think he got a mild concussion.
He did. I mean, I'm sorry. If you're an artist and that happens, the show's over. Like, I would not come back out there.
He was like apologizing. Hey, I know the show wasn't as long, and I was having trouble.
You owe nothing to that crowd in St. Louis.
Hold on. Now, the whole crowd didn't throw the phone. But I get what you're saying. I get the show's over. I've got a mild concussion.
Yeah.
The show must go on, but I must get in an ambulance now.
From a phone?
Hit in the head?
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
George, that's going to hurt, especially when you don't expect it. True. Someone whips a phone at your head.
Imagine, your eyes are closed. You're probably, singing along or thinking about what the next lyric is, and then, you're just completely unaware in that moment.
I just saw
mild
George.
Concussion,
George touched his head with his phone to see if it. No, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go. I'm going to come in there and I'm going to throw a phone at you from 15 feet away.
I get what George is saying, though. Concussion feels like it would be difficult.
It was
from
mild.
a phone
Mild
because
concussion.
It's the brain smashing into the side of the skull. So how would a phone?
It was called,
I'm not saying it didn't.
It was caused a mild concussion, which means he had trouble articulating. He had trouble getting his jaw to do what was necessary to sing the songs.
Right. And
because
you also don't know where
he was stunned, basically. Probably a mild concussion is the same thing as truly being stunned.
You also don't know where the phone came from, too, in the crowd. Did it come from up close? If it came from way back, it has even more momentum.
Yeah.
That's so dangerous.
And what? What? I'm done saying why. I'm beyond why.
Start using your
what?
Who, what, when, where, hi, how.
What is I have been so drunk in my life. I have been, back when I was younger, I had a short trigger. I could get angry quick. I have never in my life ever considered, I love this band. I'm going to let this guy know how much I love him. First of all, you lose your phone. Those are expensive.
Could have been someone else's phone. There was a guy in a concert I went to once pushing people out of the way. He was really tall, too. I think he was like 6'6". And he shoved his way through, and he put his phone in his back pocket. And I had a fantasy of stealing it and smashing it. So maybe someone got a phone and threw it. I don't know.
That's why you never, when you go to a show like that, never put your phone in your back pocket. Don't ever do that, especially if you're like in the pit or something like that. Don't do that.
Well, don't put anything in your back pocket.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny when all the pickpockets and everything. And for a while, Greg and I were like, "Hey, front loaders, we get front loaders." But it turns out you can put any billfold in your front pocket. It doesn't have to be special.
No, I have a normal wallet now that I just put in the front pocket.
I got a
Sometimes
normal wallet.
it's unsightly, but
I've got a normal wallet. I just put it in my front pocket. Like if you don't want pickpocket, look, if a guy can get it out of my front pocket, hey man, you did the work.
Yeah, I applaud you.
You really deserve it. If I'm in a crowd and you can get my wallet out of my front pocket, take the money.
That's not my phone.
I'll cancel. We both got something out of this. I think it's just fine. So there's that. And then also in the world of rock and roll, I put this into the Doctrinos thread today and said, can somebody, the context of this was, I wasn't getting it. Because I watched this, so the Rolling Stones have a new song, and they had a lyric video that was out for a couple of weeks. But today, and literally, I was watching it 23 minutes after they posted it. And so they did a real video for this song In the Stars. And with no context whatsoever, the Stones are just young. It's like it's the 1972 Stones. With no context whatsoever. And I just could not. So it's AI and it's de-aging and all that, whatever. AI de-aging, I guess. Because de-aging has been around since the De Niro, Irishman? Yeah. So, and it would have made, I think it's a fine video. I mean, certainly they put a lot into it. I think there's a lot of famous people in it, but I don't know who they are because they're young. But there's no like storyline. Like I thought, okay, if they walked into the studio old, but as they were playing, they got younger and younger, like I would be like, okay, I get it. But there's no context whatsoever. They're just playing their new song in a video, and they're 30 years old. And I put it up for the Doctrinos, and you guys, that's what we call our thread, Doctrinos. And I got some good responses back. George had the idea that
they're inspiring new generations, therefore that keeps them young.
It's
a lot of different races and nationalities, ages playing their songs.
More and more people. There's like there's like 20 people playing drums and 10 people playing guitars, and I don't know who these people are.
There's one famous girl, this Odessa Azion.
Is that the girl playing keyboards, or is that
She's
the girl
kind of dancing around?
She's the one,
the actress, the one who licks his face.
Yes,
the one who licks his de-aged AI face.
She's the daughter of Pamela Adlon.
Who is from
Louie, the girl in Louie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I did not know that. So
that show's never existed, George.
Yeah, come on,
don't speak of it.
So once you had that idea that there's all these people playing, and I was like, oh, maybe you're right. Like all those drummers are drummers that represent younger drummers who were influenced by Charlie Watts. And then I don't know who it was who said, put it all together. Maybe it was you, George. You said the idea is that all of the younger people that we've influenced through music and us continuing to play music keeps us young. But if you had a storyline that was like they're old when they walk in and they're young as the more they play.
I do like your version better.
I think it's a better version.
Satisfying.
But I do think that what's brilliant is we're talking about it.
For sure.
And I think that just by throwing it out there like that, they know a lot of people will talk about it, and maybe it'll even be slightly controversial, like should they have done that or whatever. But it gets people talking about a Rolling Stones video, and if it's talked about enough, then people are going to go check it out. Like, what the hell are they talking about? And then what's very clever about it, whether you like the song or you don't, I think it's a good song. I think it's slightly overproduced. Whether you like the song or not, it does have this ooh thing that 2 hours later is going to pop up in your head as you're walking around. So I guess it's just kind of brilliant PR, which they have been good at for a very long time. To just go, hey, here we are, we're 30 years old, it's 2026, and enough people kind of bring it up, and then you go, because overall it is a good video. It's a well done video, but it's a decent song.
My cynical theory is that maybe they shot it with the OG members the way it was, and it just didn't look good. So like, we got to figure out a way to make this look good and make it sellable.
I think they know how they look before they walk in there. I think they're all 80 plus. I think.
You know what?
I still think it was.
What'd you say?
You know what? De-age it.
yeah. What do you say, Greg, real fast?
I still think it's a meditation on time.
Go ahead, real quickly. How?
Oh, they've been playing all these years. They still tour. I'm sure to them, like it seems just like yesterday. You know, when did they first come out? 1963.
Yeah, 64. I think. Yeah.
To them, it still feels like I don't know where'd all this time go.
But still,
they're hanging out with the young kids.
And I think there's a bunch of influencers in there, and people who are famous that I don't know. The main girl there's a show.
She was the only one that I recognize.
She's in the real.
She was in the Marty Supreme movie.
But she's also in a show that's streaming right now. I think my wife told me she would know. She watches everything that's ever been streamed. Chinwe Maponya Cook says there's a crash, unfortunately, on the West Freeway.
And it is starting to fill in with those delays. I-20 westbound, you got a left lane knocked out here getting past Thornton Road due to this crash. Additional hero units and fire units have pulled up on the scene, so no telling when this will be cleaned up. Expect some slowing as you get past exit 44. Also got a crash knocking out the right lane, I-285 southbound. This is going to be the outer loop right at South Cobb Drive, exit 15. We do have folks walking around outside of their cars, so please be careful if you're in the area. Stay to the far left or the far right. Are things looking any better on the south side, Isabella Rodriguez?
Your ride on 75 southbound is looking much better out of Morrow. Those delays are now just due to some light volume delays at the merge of I-675 into McDonough. This report is sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Tomorrow's Mega Million jackpot is $251 million. Imagine all the exciting things you could do. Get your ticket now. Drawings every Tuesday and Friday. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Are you going somewhere this weekend? How about next weekend? Or any weekend between now and 3 years from now?
Going to be major delays across much of metro Atlanta.
285 construction begins, and it means headaches for Atlanta.
The work set to run from Friday evening to early Monday morning.
Tune in throughout the day to the local and trusted reporters to help you navigate around
The work
it.
will get rid of significant bumps and potholes.
95.5 WSB has it covered for you.
285 will reopen 5 o'clock Monday morning.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Do you notice any gaps between your floors and walls, or are your basement walls bowing? These aren't cosmetic issues. They can be indicators of foundation problems. You need AquaGuard Foundation Solutions. Visit aquaguard.net today to schedule your free inspection. Remember, AquaGuard.
Express yourself with the car you want from Jim Ellis.
Express yourself.
I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of Jim Ellis Automotive Group. Your vehicle is more than transportation. It's a reflection of who you are. And when you're ready to express yourself, it helps to have choices. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we're proud to be Georgia's largest family-owned automotive group, offering more than 5,500 new, certified pre-owned, and pre-owned vehicles. See them all at jimellis.com.
Express yourself.
Whether your style says luxury, performance, family adventure, or rugged capability, we have the perfect vehicle that fits you. And with the Jim Ellis Expressway, you can shop the way that fits your lifestyle too. It's the quick, easy, and convenient way to buy a car. Find the vehicle that helps you express yourself. Visit any of our 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta or shop from home at jimellis.com.
Express yourself.
Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
Coming up from the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. Delta Classical Concerts featuring a piece so grand, someone named it after the gods. Mozart's Jupiter Symphony and his Turkish Fifth Violin Concerto. Guest conductor Jorg Widman presents this mostly Mozart program with violinist Alina Abrajimova and opens the concert with his own composition, Con Brio, May 14th and 15th at Symphony Hall. Tickets at aso.org. It's Staples' 40th anniversary, and they've got deals worth celebrating. Now through May 23rd, enjoy up to 50% off. Save on paper, chairs, custom print, balloons, and more. 4 decades in business deserve some seriously smart savings. Staples. That was easy.
All right, this is shocking news from the world of, would it be paleontology? No. Wouldn't be paleontology. Who does studies of Neanderthals? Neanderthals, I guess, is the way you're supposed to say it.
Anthropologists.
Anthropologists. Stunning news from the world of anthropology. That's what you tuned in for. That's why you dialed up 95.5 on the way home. Because you know that if there's any breaking news from the world of anthropology, you're not going to miss it.
You'll hear it here first.
Absolutely. We break the anthropology news first. Actually, this is from NPR. What?
What? No.
Them liberal. Are you what? Whatever happened to my WSB? And the N should stand for no. No public radio. Neanderthals may have drilled out a cavity 59,000 years ago.
Yeah, they got lucky.
Can you imagine? I mean, as bad as a dental visit can be in 2026. I don't think they asked you what music you wanted to listen to 59,000 years ago. Hey,
Did they say how they drilled it?
You got a Diana Krall? Is it crawl or crawl? I don't know. Over the years, it says evacuations at Chekov cave in southwestern Siberia have unearthed an assortment of Paleolithic treasures, including heaps of tools fashioned from stone and bone. Ooh, I like that.
So instead of just ripping it out, they drilled it. So it's not like what was the Castaway?
Don't get ahead of me.
Bad tooth.
Don't get ahead of me. I'm taking the audience on a journey.
I was just asking. I was curious.
Oh, I thought you had read ahead.
No, I was asking questions.
Okay. Well, I'm going to answer them right now by reading the next paragraph.
What has happened to my WSB?
I have
It's gotten better, sir. That's what's happened.
And now, in a study published Wednesday in the journal PLOS One, PLOS, they're good. Wait, listen. I'm going to talk anthropology.
A lot better than plus. Plus.
Oh, listen, the PLOS One is just a hanger-on when it comes to anthropology journals. Scientists describe the latest discovery from the site, a Neanderthal molar with a depression that they believe is evidence of an ancient invasive dental procedure. Basically, check this out, quote unquote, basically a root canal. An archaeologist, it's not anthropologist, it's archaeologist.
Yeah.
Well, we break that news here first as well.
What has happened to my WSB?
Over the years.
What's the difference between these two? Now I got to look it up. You continue, and I'll look this up.
Okay, now I got an ad popped up here. Okay, can I just read this thing? The research team scraped away dirt and rock from the cave, but working, blah, blah, blah. Somebody says here, okay, when towards the end of that they found a handful. Anyway, at the end of this thing, I remember from the first time I read it, the guy just says, this is going to stick. This is reality. This was a root canal, and it happened 59,000 years ago. What else was going on 59,000? Did they have like white glove service? That's what we're going to find out in the future. A white glove was dug up. And we found that the concept of white glove service started 75,000 years ago in a remote cave. What? Yes?
Archaeology is a subfield of anthropology. Thank you very much.
So anthropology still works.
It does, but archaeology is the studying of the physical artifacts, ruins, and material remains, while anthropology is the broad study of humankind.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I knew. And because whenever we say anthropomorphic, it means human. So I think this falls under the category of anthropology, specifically archaeology.
So
here don't need to be embarrassed later. Thank you.
During that same time frame,
Let me
guys,
clear that up.
These Neanderthals were they had long distance migration
and
tool making,
long distance telephone service. This is what surprised me.
Yeah, the migration itself is not a big. Whales have long distance migration. Who cares?
Okay, what about the social structure?
In the water.
It says here social structure and family life. They lived in small groups, about 20 people.
And whales. Huh? Have social structure. Whales again live in social
They bury their dead.
Small groups.
Do whales bury their dead?
Did they perform dentistry?
Whales have animals. They let fish in their mouth.
Oh, they take care of it for them, like dog bones. Little fish are their dog bones.
Yes.
krill are their dog bones.
No, they eat the krill. Well, some of them.
They eat the krill?
Some, not all. Some eat seals. They don't want the krill.
They had a sort of like a touched friend kind of thing. The guy at the party who is not saying anything, and all of a sudden, some eat seals. Okay. Didn't know you were here. Okay, fine.
So to be accurate, not all whales eat krill.
No, I know that. And the ones who eat krill, they can't eat. Isn't that the only thing they eat, isn't it? And they get
they
like
got
huge.
baleen.
Like they're bigger than school buses, and all they eat is like this teeny stuff. They must be eating constantly.
Don't forget those vegan whales.
Well, there are vegan whales from 75 billion years ago. I just love. I want to find out. It turns out the first AI data center in a cave 30,000 years ago. Everything old is new again. Uh-oh, Shelley's got a bow tie on. That means he talked to a lot of Republican blue hairs somewhere before he got here. I'm sure he'll tell you all about it. You want to give these tickets away? We've already run the music out.
I am feeling very generous here.
I ran their music out, man. I'm gone rogue. I'm a rebel. I don't care, man. Let's give away 2 tickets to see Journey's Final Frontier Tour, Monday, October 19th at State Farm Arena. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Chinwe Maponya Cook says there are complications in Cobb. I like that. Complications.
Thank you. Tried with the alliteration there. Get my smiling on. Now, we got a crash. It was in a right lane, 285 southbound at South Cobb Drive. It came through and escalated quickly, now knocking out 2 right lanes with ambulance and fire trucks there on the scene. So you're going to have some slowing. You want to stay to the left, making your way past that river. And once you do, and you hit I-20, you're going to be slowing beginning at Fulton Industrial Boulevard due to a crash, knocking out the left lane. It is in the cleanup stages, though, near Thornton Road, but that's putting extra pressure on your ride out west. How's Georgia 400 moving, Isabella Rodriguez?
Right now, we're seeing progress for you as you make your way towards Roswell. There was a crash on Georgia 400 southbound at Holcomb Bridge Road that was blocking a right lane, but that has just moved on to the shoulder, and the delays are improving out from Alpharetta. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties and get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for D. Geller & Son, Atlanta's engagement ring and wedding band destination since 1939. When I was looking for the perfect diamond ring to get AMAC the lawyer, I went to D. Geller & Son. Their hand-picked diamonds just shine brighter. Her ring gets compliments everywhere we go at a value that can't be beat. An unbelievable selection of engagement rings and wedding bands from classic to modern to off the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, go to dgeller.com or locations in Sandy Springs and Kennesaw. Go to dgeller.com.
In a time when everything feels political, one place must rise above it all. The courtroom, where the law rules and integrity matters. In 2020, Georgians came together, electing a justice who believes in protecting our courts.
I'm Georgia Supreme Court Justice Sarah Warren, and here's what I believe. I believe in the rule of law, the separation of powers, and a judge's limited role to interpret the law as written. I believe in a nonpartisan judiciary, impartial judges who don't advocate for political positions or outcomes. I believe in deciding cases without bias or favor, treating everyone with dignity and respect. As a justice on your Supreme Court, I've upheld these values. With your support, we'll maintain the integrity of our courts.
Vote to re-elect Justice Sarah Warren. Vote early starting April 27th or on Election Day, May 19th. Paid for by Georgians for Justice Warren, Inc.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
You can save big on USDA Choice boneless chuck roasts. They're on sale now for just $6.99 a pound with your digital coupon. Limit 5. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, it's happening now. An active manhunt continues this hour for the suspect responsible for a deadly attack on the Atlanta Beltline. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live a woman was stabbed to death in the middle of the day.
Yeah, Bill, and the Beltline's robust security video gave Atlanta police good pictures of this black male accused of stabbing a woman at random near the Montgomery Ferry Drive overpass.
Medical assistance was rendered. That individual was rushed to Grady Memorial Hospital, and unfortunately she passed away.
Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says moments before the slasher attack, the suspect, wearing black pants and a black tee with the orange and white phrase Flavor Friends Flatbread on the back, attacked a postal worker with a rock on Plasters Avenue.
We do have reasons to believe that he could be experiencing a mental health crisis.
Shearbaum says this attacker must face justice in the Fulton County courts. Atlanta police are preparing to give us a new update soon this evening on the investigation. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
And you can view photos of the person of interest on our website and the WSB radio app. This news is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Right now, 75 degrees in Atlanta. We are about to get much warmer. What day could top 90? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. Georgia Medical Cannabis advocates are excited about a new state law signed this week that aims to expand access. It removes the existing THC limit and allows patients to vape the product.
For the vaping aspect, it's very important for someone who has PTSD and they're having an episode. They could utilize vaping. It works a lot faster as opposed to the oil or waiting on an edible.
Corey Lowe, whose daughter needs the oil to help her with seizures, believes this is a crucial step. It takes effect on July 1st. Georgia Democrats are vowing to fight the Republican effort to redraw the state's voting maps.
Members of Georgia's Legislative Black Caucus say they are alarmed and outraged by the plan to redraw the state's political maps.
This is an attack on the growing coalition of voters reshaping Georgia's future.
State Senator Nikki Merritt believes the effort will silence black voters. Following his announcement of a special session, Governor Kemp said Democrats are rushing to judgment.
I mean, they haven't seen the maps yet.
Because early voting is underway, the new maps won't come into play until the 2028 election. At the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
The Atlanta-based CDC says there are currently no hantavirus cases in the U.S.
41 people are currently being monitored after possible exposure to hantavirus, 4 of them here in metro Atlanta. The CDC's Dr. David Fitter says as a precaution, those people should not travel.
You may ask why CDC is not using our federal quarantining authority on people. Our approach is based on risk and evidence. We are working closely with passengers and public health partners to ensure monitoring and rapid access to care if symptoms develop.
He says the risk to the general public is low. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A teenager is arrested in a deadly stabbing on Three Oaks Bend in DeKalb County. Police say 38-year-old David Bowman died at the scene. 18-year-old Courtney Estrada faces a murder charge. Police are investigating what led up to the attack. A scheme to steal gift cards from a Douglasville Walmart leads to the arrest of a man on multiple counts of forgery and theft by deception.
Arrest warrants indicate 30-year-old Kenzel Bakari Varner is charged with 14 counts for the theft and 4 additional counts of obstruction. He's accused of going to the Walmart on Concourse Parkway and using a self-checkout counter to purchase $700 worth of gift cards, but using a fake barcode to deduct the price for each card. Police were unable to recover the stolen items. Varner was ordered held without bond at his first court appearance this week and is due to enter a plea in August. His younger brother was also initially charged in the matter. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
The Library of Congress is inducting new music to be added to the National Recording Registry for Preservation. Taylor Swift's 2014 album, 1989, among this year's class. Ray Charles and Reba McEntire also among the 25 selected for preservation. It is 6:34. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Chinwe Maponia-Cook.
And we got an unexpected travel advisory coming out of Smyrna Vinings, I-285 southbound. The outer loop right at South Cobb Drive got a couple of right lanes knocked out due to a crash. No timetable on when they will be clearing this. Just know you're going to want to hang out in the left lanes as you're making your way south towards I-20. And how's the downtown connector ride looking, Isabella Rodriguez?
Your ride is looking crowded heading into the Midtown area with slowdown starting on 85 southbound past that Georgia 400 merge and on 75 southbound on Northside Drive. And the ride is also not looking looking much better on the northbound side of the ride. 75-85 at Langford Parkway is slow up into Midtown. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Temperatures will fall to the upper 40s to low 50s for tomorrow morning, then trending warmer for the rest of this weekend. Tomorrow's high is 81 with partly cloudy skies. Saturday morning lows in the low 60s, heating up to a high of 86. Sunny skies on Sunday, morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime high near 90. Monday, partly cloudy with a high of 90 degrees. A few isolated rain showers possible on Tuesday and Wednesday.
It's right now at 74 in Noonan, 75 in Midtown Atlanta, 70 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
It's not just about great prices. It's about how you feel when you know with great confidence that you're being taken really good care of. Come see why Georgia made us #1. Beaver Toyota coming. I'm not kidding. We're going to wow you.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. No showings, no open houses, just a simple, stress-free way to sell your home. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks? Oh, really? Rufus loves new tricks. It's Ashley Frasca for Finley Roofing, the Roof Guys. Known for decades of impeccable roofing, now offering windows and doors that live up to the Finley name. Provia Windows and Doors. Maximum energy efficiency, long-term performance, and high-quality installation. Plus, upfront pricing and 0% financing. For roofing, windows, and doors, think of Finley first. FinleyRoofing.com.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Discover the smartest way to own in Buckhead. Join us this Sunday from 12 to 3 for an open house at the new Panorama Buckhead Condominium Residences. Experience stunning new renovations, tour model homes, and discover condo purchase options with prices starting from the 300,000s. Sunday from 12 to 3, enjoy access to released condo inventory and new buyer incentives, available for a limited time. Don't miss your chance to unlock the smartest way to own in Buckhead. Visit panoramacondoatlanta.com.
Steelhorse Law specializes in motorcycle accidents involving trucks. SteelhorseLaw.com.
Some moments do not need a crowd, just two people and a question that changes everything. At Solomon Brothers, we understand what that moment means because for over 44 years, we have helped Atlanta choose jewelry that marks life's most important chapters. No high-pressure sales, just the largest selection, honest pricing, and the private time you deserve to get it right. Solomon Brothers, helping Atlanta say I do since 1982. Book a private shopping appointment online.
Tell me that again, Eric.
You're great. You're wonderful. Congratulations to Andy McLawn of Stockbridge. Won 2 tickets to see Journey's Final Frontier Tour. Monday, October 19th at State Farm Arena. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. You know, when that song plays, I think of a 16-year-old, 15-year-old Eric Von Hessler, because in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you could get your driver's license at 15. When I was, so this is what, 1979. And I had lots of friends, and so I had this pea green, split pea green Malibu Chevelle. I think it was Chevelle, right? Is that a Malibu? It was a Chevelle. And in the back seat, I actually took my home speakers and put them in my back seat because I wanted the big sound. And then one day after, you might want to turn this down if you got kids in the car. In Baton Rouge back then, there was a lot of farmland going on, and it would rain in the morning, and then the sunshine would come out. I don't know if you know what happens in cow patties when that happens, but I took rock salt in the behind a couple times for it. when the farmers saw you out there.
Wow.
And so if you know what happens and what you can pick out of the middle of a cow patty after that happens, and then took it home, me and my friends, boiled it up, guzzled it as tea, and was driving around the streets of Baton Rouge listening to this 8-track of this, imagining myself walking over all of the houses that we were driving by. That's a personal story. Greg. I don't know if you can relate to that at all, but it was quite irresponsible, I would say. You know what it makes me think at 61 years of age, maybe when you're 15, you shouldn't get your full driver's license. But
I don't think it's 16. You should get it.
Huh?
Looking back at my driving at
Yeah.
16, I shouldn't have had that at 16. Crazy.
My 8-track, I had 3. I had Led Zeppelin 4. I had REO Speedwagon Live. And I had Journey Infinity. And that was a good summer. How I didn't die? I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm gonna. There's this new. I know people. I thought this is too good, so I'm gonna do it anyway. There's a new like half-hour interview with Paul McCartney that I saw before I came to work, and I don't know if at his age he has good days and bad days or whatever, but this is a very good day. I was stunned. How old is he? 84?
I think so. Is it the same little older than
83,
Biden?
84, somewhere in there. And I mean, talk about bright, just right there, every answer, whatever. And he said some things that I found interesting.
He's 83.
One of them was that he doesn't do pictures. He does autographs, but he doesn't do pictures. And so there's a later on, this is kind of this new thing now on YouTube where they start with what they think is the best moment of the interview. You know that trend that's going on.
Yeah.
It's always like they pick out like 2 minutes from the middle of the interview.
You're
and
always looking for the hook.
You start with the hook, and then the rest of the interview plays out. Well, later on, I couldn't find it. He gets more, so I'll give you a little more context. What he's talking about is a beach in France somewhere or something that he used to go to as a kid or whatever. But he's explaining, and so I'm getting it from the front here. He's explaining that he doesn't, when people meet him, they always want to get like a selfie, some kind of thing like that. And he doesn't do it. And he tells this story.
I told that to Oprah. She goes, you don't do pictures? I said, no. I said, why? I said, I don't want to. And it's like, it's as simple as that. There's a guy on the beachfront who's got a monkey, and you pay to have your photo taken with the monkey.
Oh, wow.
So I say, I really do not want to feel like that monkey. And when I take a picture with you, I do feel like him.
Oh,
and
that's great.
I'm not
That's a
me.
good one. Love
I'm
it.
suddenly
Yeah.
something else.
But that way they've got a proper moment of connection with you.
I love the idea that there's someone who's seen Sir Paul McCartney, is so excited, and then asking for this, and you get towards the end of the explanation, and they're going, anyway, Paul, I have got a train to catch. Lovely to meet you.
And then they go back to their friends and say, you met Paul McCartney? Did you get a picture? No. He just went on some bloody monkey.
That's one. That's one. And then one of my favorite moments here, and hopefully I have it right at the right time. He's talking about, so they're asking him, and maybe because I can't hear this before I cue it up, they're asking him about how being famous for so long, how has fame itself changed? Like from the inside looking out, how has that changed what fame is? And he gets into
Are there songs, though, that you have to play that you sometimes think,
that's not it.
Let
the
it be.
audience sings all of that, don't they?
The thing is, again, what is it you're trying to achieve? But they've paid a lot.
All right,
okay.
Let's get to it.
I'd let him indulge himself. In fact, talking about Mr. Dillon.
Did you ever go backstage and say,
Sorry to interrupt, guys.
you missed a couple
we got a
of
break?
Got some breaking news going on. So we're going to
Okay, let's go do it.
This is Bill Caiaccio live in the WSB 24-hour news center. We've just gotten word from Mayor Andre Dickens that they have captured the suspect wanted for the stabbing this afternoon on the Atlanta Beltline. Let's listen to Mayor Andre Dickens speaking moments ago.
We are happy to announce that he has been brought into the public safety headquarters, and APD will do the rest from there. But we want to make sure that we came here as soon as possible to let the public know that you are safe This individual is in custody.
And once again, Mayor Andre Dickens moments ago announcing that the stabbing suspect wanted for the attack today on the Atlanta Beltline is now in custody. We learned earlier from Atlanta police that a woman was stabbed to death in the area near Ansley Golf Club. That suspect now in custody. They had been searching all afternoon, but again, now the suspect in custody at this hour. We will have much more from WSB's Veronica Waters coming up at the top of the hour. Live at the breaking news desk, Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
645 in the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Better news for you. Smyrna Vinings, that crash that was knocking out a couple of right lanes, 285 southbound at South Cobb Drive is on the right shoulder. Your delays are improving towards I-20, and once you make it there, you'll be happy to know that that crash also is cleared from the left lane, I-20 westbound at Thornton Road, so a much better ride out to Douglasville. Any delays in Dunwoody, Isabella Rodriguez?
Right now, we're seeing some progress in Roswell. That earlier crash on Georgia 400 southbound at Holcomb Bridge Road has cleared and all lanes are back open, but you'll still be tapping the brakes on Georgia 400 northbound heading out from Sandy Springs with delays breaking free at North Ridge Road. This report is sponsored by John Foy & Associates personal injury law firm. John Foy & Associates has been fighting and winning accident cases against big trucks for years. Let them get the most money for you. Call John Foy, the strong arm today. Next to report from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple D Traffic 95.5 WSB.
A massive disruption to your travel plans kicks off this weekend.
A rebuilding project begins on both sides of I-285.
285 construction begins.
A major traffic headache for you.
And we've got the headache covered.
Crews are expected to shut down the west side bridge.
How will it impact you? What are your alternate routes?
Detours are 5 miles apart.
Tune in often throughout the day to the traffic reporters you trust. 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Spring cleaning is here, and if you're hosting graduation parties or family get-togethers, now's the time to call Zerorez. Hey Atlanta, it's Patrick, owner of Zerorez. Get your carpets clean for just $35 a room. That's over 50% off. Plus, take an extra $50 off air duct cleaning. Just mention WSB. No soap, no residue, no harsh chemicals, just a deeper clean that lasts longer. Appointments are filling fast. Book now at ZeroResAtlanta.com. Zerorez, it's the right way to clean.
Let's be honest, selling a home the old-fashioned way feels a little outdated. You list, you wait, you clean the house 17 times a day, complete strangers walk through your bedroom and say things like, the lighting feels aggressive. Meanwhile, your dream home? Gone. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. That's why there's Orchard. Orchard gives you cash up front from your current home so you can buy your next place first. No awkward timing, no double moves, no living in a half-packed museum of fake candles and hidden laundry baskets. You move in, kick your feet up, and let Orchard handle the heavy lifting. They prep your old home, make smart upgrades, market it like pros, and help sell it for top dollar. Then comes payday number 2. That's right, cash when you buy, cash when you sell. Like your house finally decided to start pulling its weight. Ready to move smarter and maybe sleep better? Get your free home valuation today at Orchard.com.
Coming up from the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, Delta Classical Concerts featuring Mozart's Capstone, Jupiter Symphony, and his Turkish 5th Violin Concerto, May 14th and 15th at Symphony Hall. Tickets at aso.org.
Is your air conditioning system ready to answer the challenge of the hot and humid days we know are coming? Take advantage of this great offer from Ragsdale Heating and Air. Right now, you could take up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system, and that includes Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. Ragsdale's the name I know you can trust for all your heating, air, plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs, too. They have a 4.9 Google rating and over 11,000 reviews. Go to RagsdaleAir.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs, pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation, with the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you, with personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car, we have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
You come home from work, you put the kids to bed, you want to relax. How about sitting in a hot tub in your backyard? I mean, that's what I do. It's super relaxing. It's also been great for my back, too. You can go to one of 9 Georgia Spa Company locations. There's one near you. I'm sure there is. Go to georgiaSpaCompany.com today and find it. They've got hot tubs, swim spas, saunas built for real life and real relaxation. Go to georgiaspacompany.com today.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.
All right, I've been screwed by the universe on that one. For some reason, I can't find the other part of the McCartney thing. Basically, what he's talking about is they ask him how fame has changed over the years. He's been famous for so long. And he's a little reluctant, but he says, well, I don't really understand influencers. And he talks about how his wife will show him something on Instagram for something, and then the next thing will come up, and it'll be like these influencers. And he says, I just don't really understand how people with apparently no talent whatsoever.
Well, I've got it right here.
No,
So if you queue up yours to 1437, I know exactly where it is.
Can't.
And I think
now mine started.
Now yours is playing.
I'm sorry, people. Everything's breaking. Why can't you just? Are you not plugged in?
I'm gonna try to cue it over here. Stand by.
There's no way this could live up to that.
This is gonna live up to all the hype here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. I got it right here.
The 21st century that still baffles you. The new types of
I think a lot of this influencer stuff, because I'm not that generation, I just don't really get it. But I see it. You can't help it. It's on an Instagram, or my wife will be looking and she'll be showing me something else, and then one of those will come on. I just think it's funny. I suppose it always happened, but people who don't seem to be particularly talented are like very famous, only very famous, billions of hits and views and all of that. So you've got to be careful about talking about that, because it makes you sound very old-fashioned, which I am.
Yeah, I think if you're Sir Paul McCartney, you're allowed to say that.
Am I? Yeah.
Yes, I think
All right,
I think you can get away with it.
I'll continue.
Yeah, in the same way you're allowed to.
We found it.
I just like the idea that, I don't know, how come people billions of hits? All right, you still with us, Greg, or did you abandon me? Oh, he did finally abandon me.
I think I was here, but there was a helicopter flying over.
Okay.
I had to mute.
So I don't know if you heard that, but I think that's very interesting coming from that point of view.
I also don't think it should be an old-fashioned take to say, why are you famous? You have no talent.
Now, obviously, what the interesting thing is, where is the line? Because everybody on YouTube and Instagram, I don't think are influencers. Now, I'm not on Instagram. I watch YouTube, but I don't. Not on my phone ever, really. I watch it like TV. There's no comment section for me. I don't go through the comment. It's not like that at all. I just watch 10-minute videos or 20 minutes. This I watched 30 minutes long. That's the way I watch. So a lot of people are doing what I consider shows. They're maybe doing it from their office or whatever, and they have a certain expertise in pop music or rock music or maybe physics or whatever it is. So the influencer, I think we can say, is the person who is That's the person who goes to Coachella and shows you how cool it is. Like, that's the influencer,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, there's so many different kinds of influencers. Like, for example, the ones that I follow the most are the ones that are cooking, that are showing recipes,
Right.
and they do it in front of you.
But see, to me, okay, that is an influencer, but there have always been cooking shows.
But what they've done now in the Instagram, TikTok format is they've shortened them to make them to where it's easier to follow. You don't have to watch, you know, Rachel Ray or whoever for 30 minutes, like that.
Okay,
to watch
but
a show.
that doesn't change what you are. That just means that you're doing what Rachel Ray did in 2 minutes or 3 minutes.
If the video starts with "Come with me," and then they take you somewhere, that's an influencer.
There's a weird line. I agree with McCartney about this subset of what appear to be vacuous human beings making a lot of money as so-called influencers. But most of the people that I see, I just consider they're doing shows on the new platform where you do shows. So it's a fine line. I don't agree, and I don't even think he means everybody that he sees out there, but the ones that we know who we're talking about. Okay, the ones that start that way, and if they're doing their makeup, and if they're pushing
I'd like to
products.
see Paul McCartney do a makeup tutorial on TikTok. Let's see how well he does it.
Well, you know what? He looks pretty damn good. Looks pretty damn good for his age. I'm not going to look. By the way, I'm probably not going to make it that far. But if I do make it to 83, here's a guarantee. I will not look good. I will not look good. I will not look like that. All right. That music is telling us two things. Shut the hell up and get the hell out. And you know us. We do what we're told. We're good people like that. Shelley Winter did finally come in. He's got a bow tie. That means he was talking to a bunch of boring Republicans somewhere. But hey, the good thing is his show starts in a few minutes. They can liven him back up. He can remember that there is still life in this universe. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us. But until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.